They saw me. They called the cops. The cops showed up to my apartment. A lot of them kill people. You can't do that.
No.
And then I ended up getting sent to the psych ward.
All right, just have a seat.
And that was the start of the psychosis.
Gay side. Throw up crip. Go like this. Crip. I need my medicine.
I got arrested for stealing a cop car
What the fuck happened with stealing a cop car? Why did you do that?
during the psychosis episode. You can
Shit.
You can pull up the article.
The complaint quotes him as explaining his actions this way. I was just trying to live my dream of being a police officer. Did you realize as soon as you got in, it was a cop car or like what?
I didn't know, but then 10 minutes in, when I started talking to the speaker, I kind of realized.
You're talking through the cop radio?
And I see a laptop. I'm like talking to the speaker. I'm like, hello. Yola called me a bitch and said my music was ass.
Your whole shit be texting my line and I'm done with that shit. That shit be hysterical.
When I was going crazy, I did say, I'm gonna kill you, Eric.
That's right.
I'm gonna kill you.
I've seen that.
Yo, Bez Yola, get smoked. Eric Khan, get smoked. Mr. THC, get smoked. Fulcrum, get smoked. You guys are dying today. So I went up to the third floor of my house. I was like gonna jump off.
Oh shit.
Head first. In my mind, I didn't see EMT or police anywhere, and like I got pulled back the same moment I decided to jump off.
The real like meat and bones of it is going to be talking about your psychosis and your mental health experience, because like that's really why I hit you up to come on the show. Like that is, I think, the most important thing for my audience to hear. Because, like, dude, a lot of people don't think weed-induced psychosis is even real. Yeah. Like, people are like, bro, it wasn't the weed. Like, you're just crazy.
I mean, even when the first time I ever smoked, it felt like an acid trip. Not like how the way it feels now. I don't know if it felt like that for you, if you just felt like high. But the first, like, 2-3 times, it felt like an acid trip, but a good acid trip.
You were having, like, visuals and stuff?
Not visuals, but, like, I couldn't control my anything. Like, it was just full-on thing. But then a bad weed psychosis feels like a bad acid trip, because I used to trip acid a lot in shrooms, salvia.
Before you like started taking any psychedelics, did you have like a bad weed trip at all, or did it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would get super paranoid like when I had no tolerance, and just like.
And you just kept smoking it anyways.
Yeah, and then it would just be good, and then it was good for like 8 years.
And
not even
got bad again.
For like since like 2018, I say I wasn't even getting high. The amount of weed I was smoking, I was just doing it to do it.
I mean, I'm just super intrigued by this, because like what you've gone through is honestly one of my worst fears.
Yeah.
Like, imagine doing the thing that you love, just smoking, getting high, and also for you, it's not just the thing you love; it's your job.
Yeah.
Like you smoke like for a living, effectively. You're BlazintheAsian, right? Mm-hmm. And like, imagine doing that and suddenly it just completely f*** your mental up. Yeah. Like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's a thought I deleted my Instagram like 3 different times and restarted when I started Instagram in 2018. Yep. And I deleted it 3 times all after 3 bad acid trips.
Damn.
And then I fully committed. The reason why I deleted it is because I didn't want my parents finding out. Because I was like scared of my parents finding out that I was smoking weed on Instagram.
How much do your parents know about like your online persona?
Now they know.
Okay.
But only once I started having my own apartment and getting my car and like paying my bills and stuff, and then had my THCA brand, and then they started like, okay, we don't like it, but you're supporting yourself, so you can do it.
That's the same way my parents were. I remember my mom, when I was young, she found out about my YouTube channel. She always knew I was doing something online, but she found out what I was doing on YouTube. Yeah. And like, I was talking about when I'd go out and do drugs. So like, she didn't like that. And then finally, she kicked me out when I got a DUI when I was younger. And I was living on my own, and the YouTube channel was the only way I was able to pay for my rent. My mom turned around so fast. The moment that she realized, wait, this is keeping this little dumbass out of my house, she was like, wow, I love this now. It changes when you're like supporting yourself with it. Like, your parents at the end of the day, they just want to see you win. Yeah. They just want to see you like pay your bills, have a successful life. So they don't really care what you do. Yeah. You know, unless you're like a fucking hitman, then like they might talk to you about that. But either way, we're rolling on everything, I'd imagine, right? Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Gobcast episode. I don't fucking know. Figure it out. I don't really know where we're at. I said the wrong one like a week or 2 ago, and if I attempted today, I know I would say the wrong one again. And at this point, it's kind of like a running theme that I have no idea what episode we're on, but also I'm so bad at planning that I really have no idea what episode we're on. So I don't know, guys. Figure it out. But today we have a very special episode because we have a very special guest in the studio today. We have someone who flew all the way from the East Coast, across the country, coast to coast, to come on the show today and talk about something that I'm excited to talk about, something that we've never really highlighted on the show before. We're talking about mental health, and in particular, we're talking about everything surrounding the life of BlazintheAsian.
Thank
and
you
I gotta
very
say,
much.
I'm excited to have you on, bro. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. This is my first podcast ever. I'm very excited.
Your first ever.
Yep. Or
Damn.
any long form talking.
I mean, I think this is gonna be a fun time. You know, I remember my first ever podcast. I went on Yola's show, and when I first went on that shit, I was nervous, but I showed up so. I was like falling asleep during the interview. I was like, I'd stayed up all night the night before because my flight was early and I was doing blow. And I showed up to a studio that day and I did more blow in the hotel room before I went on. And I was like, by the end of it, I was like literally like this, like nodding the out. And ever since then, I was like, wait a minute, it can only get better from here, you know. And podcasts are fun.
Yeah, I was a little nervous going into it. I'm doing good.
Well, I mean, hey, we took a couple little shots of whiskey.
Yeah.
I think we're loose now. You know, we're
Yeah.
feeling good. And also, I just got to say, before we even dive into this, I got to commend you for coming on the show and talking about your experiences the way you have lately. Because the stuff you've been posting lately, talking about weed-induced psychosis and talking about your experiences with mental health is stuff that, like, no one talks about on the internet. There's no content about that. And I have a lot of friends that I grew up with who have been through very similar stuff to you, where, like, I remember one time I smoked a blunt with a homie who had a bad acid trip. And after that bad acid trip, he could never smoke again.
Yeah.
So he'd start tweaking, and he'd have paranoid experiences every time he smoked. And I've always wanted to get to the bottom of why he would do that, but I never could talk to him like this about it.
Yeah,
so,
that was similar to me from bad acid trips. Like, a bad psychosis episode feels exactly like a bad acid trip, except it doesn't stop. And that was my biggest fear, when I used to do acid.
Yeah.
Having an acid trip and having never ending. And that was my first experience of psychosis in 2020. Like,
So you've been kind of going through these episodes for a good amount of time, it sounds like.
yeah, so in 2020 I had psychosis for 6 months basically, and then quit weed for a year and a half, quit nicotine for a year and a half, quit alcohol for a year and a half. And then I eventually started up again, and I was fine since I took that long break. And then the same thing happened now in 2025, beginning of 2025.
So for everyone, you know, before we get too deep into it, for everyone watching the show who maybe isn't familiar with you, maybe they haven't seen your content, they're probably super confused as to what the fuck we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Can you just explain kind of briefly for all those people, like, what you've been going through the past, like, 6 months to a year?
Yeah, so I make weed content, and then I guess I was smoking more than I should have. But everyone online says, oh, you can just smoke. However, I'm fine. If I'm fine, you're fine.
Yep.
But that's not the case for everyone. If someone has cancer from smoking cigarettes, someone might not have cancer from smoking cigarettes.
For sure.
So I got psychosis in my bedroom, in my girlfriend's bedroom. And then just started thinking, Drake knew me. I was like, I'm buying Taylor Swift's apartment for us tomorrow. Get ready to move out. Pack your bags. I'm in the moving team.
Let's go. Let's go.
Which is still something I want to do now. But, like, once I'm more in that position. Then it got to a point where I was getting too psychotic. I didn't sleep the night. And my girlfriend called my parents. And my parents came to the apartment. And it was kind of like a deja vu because the same exact scenario happened in 2020, except I was at a frat house. So they called my parents. My parents came. And then they saw me, and they called the cops. The cops showed up to my apartment, or to my girlfriend's apartment, and then I ended up getting sent to the psych ward. And then that was the start of the psychosis.
That's a good way to sum it up. I like the way you put it. You know, short and sweet. Surely everyone gets it now. Now, taking it back a little bit, kind of before the psychosis, I'm curious because it sounds like these issues have been going on for you longer than just this recent episode.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, the first time you had, like, a mental health episode?
Yeah, it was in 2020, Actually,
That was the first ever like.
actually, bad acid trips happened
Okay.
since when I was 14 up to like 20. But the bad
You had a
acid.
bad acid trip at 14?
No, that's when I started acid. But the bad acid trips, I would say my first bad acid trip was 16 or 17.
You were tripping young, bro.
Yeah,
I started like 3 years after that. When I was
Yeah,
17.
I started tripping at 14, and I my freshman year of high school, the last day of class, I tripped acid in school. And,
Do you remember like how your first trip went?
My first trip was extremely fun.
Tell me about it.
So I took tabs at my friend's house. We had a sleepover, and his parents were home, so we were a little sketched out, but overall I had a good time.
Were you guys all like hiding in his bedroom or some shit?
No, we were in the basement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were
Fire.
in the basement. I'm
You
not
got
friends
some
with this
space.
guy anymore. I don't know where he is now, but we took acid. I was just rolling on the floor, laughing for hours. Like that's the only thing I could have done. Laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing at flowers. I was laughing at a book. I
Bro,
was
the
laughing at-
acid giggles hit.
Yeah, the
different,
acid
dude.
giggles. So it was the best experience ever. And from that experience, I thought it was gonna be like that every time. And then 5-6 trips later, every single trip I had would be a bad trip, and then it just kept on being a bad trip. So that's why I quit psychedelics permanently.
Before you'd taken acid, what other drugs had you done when you were that young?
Before acid, salvia at 14.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I took
You started young.
I took
dude.
salvia at 14. I took acid at 14, alcohol at 14, weed at 14.
Alcohol and weed is like where I was at 14.
Yeah.
Like acid, we didn't have the plug for that yet.
Yeah, there was just one kid at my school. He had everything.
So you just had the homie.
He's like a multi-millionaire now because he invested in Bitcoin.
Oh.
He was back then. He invested in Bitcoin when it was like $100,
Yeah, he's
$50.
probably buying shit on the deep web.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
deep web exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how I got all this stuff.
I remember I had a friend, like a friend of a friend. I didn't know him super well back, when I was around that age, who he was buying like sheets of acid off Alpha Bay. And he eventually got popped. He got raided one day, and they charged him with like some insane. It was, in Illinois, where I'm from, it's like a class X felony, possession of acid. And they charge you, I don't know if this is a rumor, if this is really how it is, but from what I've heard, they charge you like by the tab. So like, if you have 10 tabs of acid, it's not one count of possession of LSD or like whatever the actual, legal definition is. They'll charge you for each of them. So my homie had 5 sheets that he ordered, and they did a controlled delivery at his house, and they fucking raided his shit. He had a ton of money in Bitcoin. Like he never shut the fuck up about it, bro. He would like go to school and like show people his Bitcoin wallet. Be like, yo, like, look how much fucking money I have and shit. He got raided, went to jail forever. He became like a local legend. Everyone's like, dude, he's going to get out and have like $20 million,
Yeah.
$30 million. I don't think he ever got that fucking money, But it sounds like you knew a guy who really did.
Yeah,
He did get the money from that
he's
era.
chilling now. I actually got arrested for acid in high school.
How'd that go? What happened?
So my sophomore year of high school, I bought 10 tabs of acid in the morning from the dealer.
Like at school or before?
At school.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And I bought them in the morning, and then I was selling the tabs in school. And I gave one to one guy. I actually popped the tab that morning before class, and I gave a tab to one guy. He popped the tab. He was tripping, and he was tripping balls the whole day. I was tripping balls the whole day. At lunchtime, I was laying down on my back on the top of the lunch chairs and like watching a movie. Then my friend, while I'm watching a movie in the middle of lunch, he runs up the stairs, sprints up the stairs, comes up to me and goes, "Kim, I need another tab of acid. I'm not tripping." But he was tripping balls. Like he's like, "I'm not tripping. I
Not
need
as
another
hard as he
tab."
wanted to be.
Yeah. So I was like, no. And then eventually I just got it out of my phone case. I kept them in the back of my phone case.
Okay.
Got one out, gave him a tab. He popped it in his mouth and then left. Last period of the day, I got called into the office. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's because of the tab. But at that point, my trip's almost over. But I got called in the office, and then he just starts searching all my stuff. So at that point, I knew that he ratted on me. He got caught, and he ratted on me. So I was getting searched. He said, "What is this?" He opened my phone case, said, what's in this in the back of the phone case? I said, it's LSD. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, it's a drug.
Why would you say that?
Because they were gonna find out anyways.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he told them where they were. Also, I think a lunch lady might have seen me. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he told them where I kept them. Because who checks the back of a phone case for drugs? It's like,
yeah,
like he had to have known. And then the cops came in the room. When it was 2 principals in the room, a cop in the room. I was like kind of on acid still, so I was throwing chairs all over the room. Like I was screaming, I was like threatening the principal.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so
you were getting physical with them.
Yeah, so I ended up getting arrested. They didn't put handcuffs on me or anything. They just charged me, but didn't take me to the cell or anything. I guess because I was 15 and I grew up in a really safe town.
Wait, so you're throwing chairs. Did you just calm down on your own, or how did they stop you from throwing the chairs?
The cop, the school security guard that I was close with, he like calmed me down.
Oh, they had to send in your homie real quick. They're like, yo, talk his ass down.
Yeah. So I ended up getting charged for 10 tabs of acid and distribution. But
what was like the outcome of that?
Yeah, so I had to go to trial, and we pleaded guilty with my lawyer. But I had a really good lawyer since my parents blessed me with it. They didn't want me to get in trouble. And I got out with a period of adjustment. I don't know if you know what that is.
I know what that is.
Yeah. For those that don't know, it's just a year. You just don't have to get in trouble. You don't get drug tested or anything. So you just have to not get arrested in a year, and then your charges are cleared.
Yep. But, yeah, it's pretty much like a super light court supervision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since that, I was like, my biggest fear at the time was, oh, I can't smoke weed. I'm gonna get drug tested.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah, like weed was I can't smoke.
Yeah.
Fuck. But then I found out you don't get drug tested, and then the next day I just kept on smoking after I got out of court. But yeah, I was smoking my whole life since 14.
Do you remember the first time that you had like a bad high when you smoked weed?
My first, probably like the third or fourth time I was at the mall.
Really?
Me and my friend went to the mall. We would smoke outside of the Target on the rooftop. It was Palisades Mall, and I took a hit, and I would just think that everyone's watching me, cops are following me, everyone's out to get me, and I would be paranoid as hell. But that was when my tolerance was really low. That's when I would get paranoid. When my tolerance gets a little higher, I don't get paranoid anymore. But definitely feels like a psychosis, like bad trip or an acid bad trip. Weed paranoia can feel like that, except it's just like an hour and it goes away.
Yeah.
But
and I mean, that's got to feel scary to smoke a blunt or a joint or whatever you smoked and suddenly feel like you're having a bad psychedelic trip.
Yeah.
Like that's not what you signed up for at all.
Because flower is psychoactive.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of people that I know don't smoke weed at all because the first time they ever smoked, it felt like a bad acid trip to them. And that's why they think every single time you smoke it's gonna feel like that. For me, my tolerance, and I just kept on doing it, and I would love it. You
kept going after that bad experience.
Yeah, I kept going.
And do you think you kept going after that bad experience because you'd had some good ones before?
Yeah.
Okay. If that was your first time, you wouldn't have kept going?
Probably, yeah. The first if that was the first time, I would never touch it, but the first 3 times were the best times in my life.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think out of all my time smoking weed, nowadays I forget about every sesh. Like, give me a year, I'm not going to remember the fucking sesh I had. But I'll never forget my first couple times getting high. You know, those were fun, dude. Yeah. It's different. I think, honestly, the smartest thing to do is just smoke until it stops feeling like that, and then just fuck it.
Yeah.
You know? Because you're always chasing that high again to an extent, you know? I mean, not really with weed, but in the back of your head, at least for me, every time I smoke, I'm like, man, I wish I was that high again.
Yeah.
I want that. So after your first experience that was bad smoking weed, that was, correct me if I'm wrong, before your first bad acid trip, right?
Correct.
So and that first bad acid trip was how long after?
I'm not too sure. Probably a year after, when I was 15 years old.
And it sounds like a lot of the time when you would have these bad experiences getting high, you would get really paranoid.
Yes, I get super paranoid. I think I'm in the Truman Show. Like
Yeah.
if I go, especially if I go out in public, like I took 3 acid tabs at the water park, and the whole time I thought I was on the Truman Show. I remember standing in a line behind someone. I was an Asian guy. He brushed his hair like this. I went up to him because I brushed my hair too. I went up to him. I'm like, "Are you mimicking me? Are you mimicking me?" And
He was probably freaked the fuck out, dude. He's like, who is this guy?
He was confused, and I right hook him.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I right hook him, and all his friends just step up, and then my friends step up, and they're like, he's off something, please don't do anything. And then I was like, this line's too long, and I cut the whole line of the water park, walk up the stairs, and just go down the slide when the lifeguards were like, stop. And then right when I got down the slide, I was like, oh, this is the most relieving feeling ever. Because lines are terrible on acid or psychedelics. So, like, I don't know if you waited on a line before.
I think whenever you're tripping, you just don't have patience for anything.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta, everything has to be flowing. Like, anytime when you're tripping, if you stop and just aren't doing something, that's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah.
But that's like, I mean, to me, that sounds like a mental health episode in itself.
Yes.
Alongside the trip.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of bad trips like that. Like I tripped at acid in the city at an ASAP Mob concert, and that's not a place you want to trip acid because there's gunshot sounds,
Crowded as
like
fuck.
I was like this, staring at, like, there's gunshots. I was ducking, and people were like, "What's wrong with this dude?"
Yeah.
I remember going up to a girl, and I was like, "Are you?" I thought I had a theory that every single person at the show was tripping on acid. So I went up to a girl, and I was like, "Are you tripping too?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm tripping." And I was like, "On acid?" And she's like, "Oh, hell no." So then I started like bugging out. I'm like, "Oh, everyone's not on acid." And then I went.
And you just couldn't accept that. You're like,
Yeah.
wait, everyone's not fucking tripping balls with me right now? Like,
yeah,
you just couldn't even tolerate
yeah,
that.
I couldn't tolerate it.
I'm confused, though, because if she said it wasn't acid, what the fuck was she tripping on?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
shrooms, I guess?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
what the fuck is
But
her
I took
problem?
3 tabs. Then my friends were like, one of my friends stayed with me because he was tripping too. But my other friend that was just drunk of alcohol was just fed up with us because we were bugging out the whole time. So he left, and he was the only one not on acid with us. So he left, and he drank a full water bottle of liquor at that time. So at the end of the show, me and my friend are like, "I have to save you." I was like, "I have to save you. I have to save you. We have to get home." And he was just paranoid too, since he was off tabs. And then I just right hook him and like hit him in his jaw.
You get aggressive, dude. You get crazy when you fucking... Why do you keep swinging on people?
No, but I right hooked him, and I'm like, "You gotta snap out of it." And then he just leaves, and then Ubers home. And at this point, I'm by myself in the city off 3 tabs of acid in the middle of Central Park. So I ended up, I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute, where's my car?" Because I drove into the city, but I'm tripping.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Where's my car?" And I pull out my parking pass, and I'm like, "Oh, this is the address." And I call my friend. I'm like, "Where are you?" He's like, "I'm by the parking garage." So I meet him at the parking garage, the guy who was just drunk on alcohol. And I was like, "Okay, which one of us is driving home? You're drunk off a bottle, but I'm on acid."
This is always the best part of the night. He's fucking driving.
Yeah. He's like, "I don't know." And I was like, "I'll just drive. It's my car."
Oh, boy.
So I started driving home off 3 tabs of acid from the middle of Central Park, like right by Times Square. And he was freaking out the whole time because I couldn't read the directions. The GPS was deforming, and the roads were like the roads were deforming too.
So you're probably swerving all over the lanes and shit.
Yeah, I don't know how I made it. Grace of God, but I was swerving, not swerving, but the GPS was deforming, and eventually I made it all the way home. And I was like, "Damn, I don't know how I just did that." It was like an hour drive since I lived up north in North Jersey at the time.
It's kind of crazy what your brain can do when you need to get something done.
Yeah.
I've driven on acid a couple times too, and like, that's pretty mind-blowing to think about in retrospect. Like, how the fuck did I make it home?
Yeah.
I don't know, you know? Did you ever have like any mental health episodes when you weren't high, or were they caused mainly by getting high?
No, every single time was when I did substances. So like right now I'm completely fine, and it's only been a month since I've been out of the psych ward. But last 2020 when this happened, it took me a year to recover to the point where I am right now.
Oh fuck.
Like I was socially distant from everyone. I cut everyone off. I was just chilling in my basement in my parents' house. Like, I didn't know how to talk to people. Like, I wouldn't be able to have a conversation like this right now.
Yeah.
Until the year after being sober in 2020. And, yeah, I would say, like, I don't know if I would freak out if I smoked right now. Maybe I'll go into a psychosis trip. I'm just not willing to gamble.
Shouldn't bother.
I'm just willing to gamble
It's
it.
not worth it.
So my plan right now is just to quit for at least a year like I did last time. And then if I feel like I want to then I might. But, yeah, it was all based off. It all stems from, I feel like it stemmed from the abuse of weed since 14 years old. Constant abuse of it since your brain's underdeveloped, not developed fully until you're like 25.
Yeah.
And then the abuse of psychedelics since a youngin'.
For sure. Do you have any like mental health issues that run in your family?
Zero. That's
Really?
why all the psychiatrists were like, kept on asking me that question every single time. I would say no. Like, usually it stems from genetics, but
Yeah.
none of my extended family ever had mental problems or psychosis problems. So that's why they assumed it's weed-induced psychosis.
So yours was totally just drug induced.
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, normally, a lot of times I feel like when you hear about stuff like this, it's like, oh, well, I have a family history of this, and then I got high and it brought this out. But yours, like,
Yeah.
getting high really just made you develop this condition.
Yeah. I mean, my first psychiatrist said it's weed-induced psychosis.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? But then I looked into it online, and it is a thing. Like, people, I've been posting content on Instagram about it, and people, a lot of the comments are like, no, this doesn't happen to me. Like, you're just bugging out. But it is a thing. It is a thing. Like, I know a lot of people, you said you know people that
For sure,
that
yeah.
have freaked out on it.
I have a couple good friends of mine, dude. One of my close friends who I game with all the time. Basically, I mean, he still smokes every fucking day. He has
Yeah.
effectively just said fuck it at this point.
Yeah.
But like, it's like a switch flips in him. Like when he's sober, totally normal guy, but he can talk like this.
Yeah.
He smokes, dude. That guy's off the wall. He'll join the PlayStation party because he lives back in my hometown, Illinois. Still.
Yeah.
He'll join the PlayStation party. He'll be like, dude, a bunch of skateboarders were whispering through my door earlier. Like,
That's
I'm
how I
not really
was-
sure what they were saying, but like when I opened the door, they all ran away.
Yeah, that's how I was during psychosis episodes. But just smoking weed itself, if I'm in, like, every single time you saw me smoking online or anyone saw me smoking online, I was not having psychosis, whatever. I was like, I'm fine with that. It's just once the first psychosis episode starts, it won't stop unless I quit weed for a year. That was the pattern that happened. So, I don't know. That happened 2020. I quit for a year, and then I was smoking, and it was being fine. But the weird thing is, 2020, after I stopped for a year and I smoked again, since your tolerance is so low, you're supposed to feel it a lot, like it's your first time. First time I smoked after a year, I didn't feel it that much.
Really?
Yeah. I think it might have been because of the meds I was on, but I don't know completely, but I didn't really feel it that much, and I just ended up smoking more and more, and then I was able to get back into it. But nothing will ever be like how it was in high school.
Yeah, never again.
Yeah.
No matter how long of a break you take. I was on probation for a year when I was 17, and I didn't smoke the entire time. You know, I was a good boy on probation. I pissed clean, got off. One hit of a fucking blunt, I was completely blasted. But it still never lived up to that high school first time getting stoned, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing does.
I loved having sleepovers with my friends, like on the weekends. That's how it started. It was having sleepovers with your friends on the weekends, like ordering food, getting faded, playing video games, and then that was just the best every weekend. But then when I turned 15, it started to every day throughout school, lunchtime.
Yeah.
I smoked in school.
And you're skipping school to go smoke.
Yep.
Yep. That's when shit gets bad. Yeah, I remember I was like, my first year of high school, I definitely wasn't a good kid, but like I wasn't getting super high yet. I just wasn't doing my schoolwork.
Yeah.
Then I started getting high, and they kicked me out of my school, and they sent me to alternative school, and that's when I really started getting degenerate.
So I've gotten suspended. I was always a troublemaker since I was a kid. Like since I was in elementary school, I was known as a troublemaker / class clown.
Interesting.
So like it was always my parents getting a phone call from the school. Oh, you're getting in trouble. Like your son is in trouble. Ever since like 5 years old. Even in church, I was like the troublemaker in church, like running around and stuff. So in high school, I got suspended probably 10 times. And in any other school, they would have expelled you at that point, because I was drugs, fighting.
Yeah.
Like, basically that was the two, drugs and fighting. But my school didn't expel me because I grew up in like one of the safest towns in America.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was known to be the safest. It was in Forbes that it was the top 10 safest places to raise a child.
What town, if you don't mind?
Montvale.
Okay.
In Bergen County in New Jersey. It's
okay.
It's North Jersey, about 30 minutes from the city.
Okay.
Yeah, 30, 40 minutes. But I grew up in the safest town. I guess they didn't want to have like, I don't think they've ever expelled someone. So I don't think they wanted to have that stigma in their school that they expelled someone. Because I've gotten told plenty of times, next suspension, you're getting expelled.
Yep.
Next suspension, you're getting expelled. Never happened. But I got arrested for 10 tabs of acid in there. I got arrested for smoking weed after leaving school in that class, or in that time period. Like, yeah, I've been arrested like at this point 9 to 10 times in my life, but somehow I have a clean record.
Bro, it's insane hearing you talk about this, because I, very similarly, I grew up in a pretty good area too. I grew up in one of the nicest suburbs of Chicago, and I went to a school that was regarded as like one of the best school districts in the state and the country. Mm-hmm. And they like would not allow anyone to drop out because it would fuck up their stats.
Yeah,
exactly. They were stat padding. So when I got sent to alternative school, it was an alternative school that had no homework, like absolutely none. There was no work to do outside of the school, and the tests were all open book, and the teachers would walk around and help you during a test if you were stuck. So it was like just a free fucking A, basically. Like they were just sending you on your way with a diploma to go figure it the fuck out, so they didn't lower the graduation rate. And even despite that, I still dropped out of that school for some reason. I was just stupid. And like, just the similarity of you being like, yeah, my district would let me drop out. Bro, every time I've told someone about my alternative school, they're always like, I've never heard of that. Yeah. But like, you're from a similar area. Yeah. Like that's crazy. And you could probably agree that stuff doesn't help.
Yeah.
Like when they refuse to let you drop out and they just kind of almost stat pad you and overly protect you, like that shit doesn't help, does it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a minute real quick to shout out my good friends at Five. And in particular, I want to talk about the $5,000 summer giveaway that they're hosting this July only. I'm sure if you guys have been watching the show, you've probably heard plenty about it by now, but I want to highlight what is yet another great $5,000 prize package that they're offering. This package is for the music lovers, and starting off, if you choose this package, this is one of 4 different prizes you can choose if you happen to win the giveaway. You can get 16 packs of these gummies right here, which are very enjoyable if I do say so myself. And on top of that, you also get a High Pass membership for 1 entire year, AirPods Max or Beats Studio Pro. We don't discriminate. You can choose a Bose portable smart speaker, a portable projector and an outdoor screen, a year of Spotify Premium, a Visa or DoorDash gift card, because, I mean, who doesn't love some good eats, and 2 sets of tickets to a major music festival or concert, and that is of your choice. That's not something that they're going to pull out of their ass and send you to listen to an artist you don't like. You get to tell Five what concerts you want to go to, and they're going to make it happen for this giveaway. So all you got to do is click on the link below, enter their giveaway, type in your little email. There's more opportunities to, get some extra entries, but all you have to do, no purchase necessary, is just head over and put in your email to enter the giveaway. And the reason they need your email is so they can notify you when you win, because let me tell you right now, I can tell that you have good luck and you're going to win. So you should go enter right now. And that applies to every single one of you watching this. You all are going to win. Not really, but it's not my problem. That's Five's. Shout out to Five for sponsoring the episode. Shout out 5 Quick Hits. This is a great bag of edibles. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to talking about BlazintheAsian. See you there.
Growing up, actually, it may seem like I'm a dude, but shit ton of drugs get in trouble, but I'm Asian, I'm Korean.
Yeah.
And my parents are like very hard on education. So ever since like kindergarten to, I want to say, 9th or 10th grade, I did summer school every single summer, even though I got straight A's.
Yeah.
But once I started smoking weed a lot,
brutal.
Yeah. Once I started smoking weed a lot, I I like freaked out on my parents. I'm like, I am not doing summer school this year. I'm not doing it. All my friends are outside playing in the summer, having fun. And then
Smoking blunts.
Yeah. And then sophomore year, I stopped going to that summer school. And then, yeah, just smoking weed every summer, trapping. I trapped my whole life.
Really?
Yeah, from 14. It's weird because my parents are well off. They're fine. But it's weird because I always had to get my own money. So I trapped from 14 to 21 years old. Can I turn off my...
yeah, go for it. Do whatever.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure we had someone take a phone call once, didn't we? Yeah, Louis Ziskin. Yeah, Louis took a phone call in the middle of the fucking show. So yeah, turn off whatever you want, bro. Don't worry about it. I forgot about that. Holy fuck. So trapping at 14, bro, that's young. What were you trapping?
Just bud. I trapped tabs. Yeah, that was it.
How hard were you trapping? Like, what was your re-up looking like at 14?
So at 14, my first sale ever was a gram.
Nice.
No, not even a gram. I bought a gram, split it into a dime.
Let's go.
Sold a dime for 20, and then got my half gram for free.
Let's go.
That was my first flip ever. But then I was like, wait a minute, I can make money off this. So I just started smoking for free, basically flipping the smoke for free.
Yeah.
And I escalated to buying Qs, buying ounces, flipping that. And then I would say by the time I was 16, I was buying pounds in my high school and flipping that. And also carts. Once carts came out, I was a money maker.
Carts were crazy.
Yeah.
Carts were an insane thing. But it sounds like you generally were successful selling weed, right?
Yeah, very successful. I was every single day after school, I would make my phone calls, make my texts, and start driving around and dropping off to everyone like a pizza delivery guy. Even when I did pizza delivery, I was dropping during that. It was on the way.
Yeah.
Because I was basically my high school's plug. I plugged up the whole high school. Even started getting to towns around to their plugs because I had the best product. And eventually, when I turned 18, 19, I had the Instagram. I started making weed content on Instagram. And with that, I gained about 30, 40, 50,000 followers. And with the 50,000 followers, I had connections to plugs out in California. So I worked with this one company. I got their plug because I would always try to find the plug's plug.
Yeah.
Because if you can find the plug's plug,
you got a better deal.
You got a better deal. So I went straight to the source, and I was just getting shipped in from Cali and flipping it all in college, actually. There was this group chat in college called RU Pharmacy. It just got busted recently because I went to Rutgers. Mm-hmm. The group chat got busted, and all the dealers in there got arrested at the time. If it got busted when I was there, I would have gotten arrested, but it didn't. So it's basically this group chat with about 9,000 kids that go to the college, all that want to buy drugs, any drug you want, except for heroin, I guess. You can't buy.
The fuck shit.
Yeah.
Save that for someone else.
But there was blow, there was Molly, there was everything. But
all the essentials.
Yeah, all the essentials. But I was just in there selling bud, and I put my government name Christopher Kim in the chat. Yeah.
You didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck. It had my face, it had my profile picture, everything. But that's how I got my customer base when I went into college. Because when you move from high school to college, you got to find a whole new customer base. Yeah. So I was flipping my re-ups sophomore year were 20,000 a re-up.
Damn.
Yeah.
How often were you re-upping at that point?
Once to twice a month.
I mean, that's got to be a stressful kind of side hustle to maintain. You know? You're going to school, you're trying to live your normal life, but you're also spending 20 grand on the re-up every month ish. Were you ever worried about getting caught or getting robbed or something?
Leading into this is how I had my first Psychosis episode.
Okay.
I was moving weight, getting 20,000 worth of stuff shipped to my frat house. Before that, I was getting stuff shipped into my college dorm room lockers. Yeah. And I had to been being watched the whole time because I was in this group chat with my name, with my face. So once I started...
You had absolutely zero options. Yeah. You didn't protect anything.
Yeah. Other people would make names like Gary the Snail or some
and you're just Christopher Kim.
Yeah, I'm just Christopher Kim. So my frat house at one point, my roommate, Dylan, he walked in and he was like, Kim, I just heard a cop outside like say step away from the car. I don't know what it is, but I just wanted to let you know. And so my friend, when I was walking towards the frat house, he passed by a blacked out Dodge, and the guy goes, step out of the car, or step away from the car. He steps away from the car, walks into the frat house, tells me. I look outside, I see the car. I'm wondering who this is. Now that I realize there's an undercover cop. From that moment on, I couldn't sleep. I was so paranoid. And then I was gambling. I lost 80 grand of my trap money in one night. I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep for 6 days. Didn't eat food for 6 days. And at that point, I went into a full-blown manic episode. So
And that was the first time that it happened to you?
first time a manic episode like that lasted days like that ever happened.
Oh, shit.
I had a similar manic experience when I was 19 off acid, but that lasted for 3 days. The trip lasted for 3 days, and I got sent to the hospital. But in this scenario, it lasted for 6 days without doing anything. The reason why I didn't eat food or drink anything is because I thought everything was laced with acid. I thought people were lacing me. I just thought everything I ate or drank was laced because I kept on feeling like a trip. So by the sixth day, when I didn't sleep or eat anything, my frat house friends called the cops, or not, called my parents. My parents showed up. They called the ambulance. The ambulance goes to the front door with the cops. They don't enter the house, because if they entered the house, they would have saw $30,000 worth of bud everywhere, cash everywhere, all that. So I was just on the front step. I started saying crazy things like, Nelk Boys know me. Nelk Boys is recruiting me.
You're the newest Nelk boy.
Yeah, I was like, I'm flying to LA right now. I'm gonna be a Nelk boy.
Up with Steve.
Yeah. So then they bring me into the ambulance, and then they send me to my psych ward. And that was the first psych ward I was ever in when I was 20 or 21.
Now, kind of bringing it to initially when you first hit that psychosis, what does it feel like when it turns from you just being normally high to suddenly like you're in an episode? Is it like an immediate, like a switch flips and suddenly you're paranoid, or is it a slow build up? Like, what does that feel like?
I guess it's like a slow build up, and it just keeps on getting worse as time goes by, especially if you don't sleep. If you don't sleep, it's bad. I know a lot of people, not personally, but it's people that say online, if they don't sleep for 3-4 days, they end up getting psychotic.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't sleep for 6 days. That's crazy.
That's a long fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I was up, the longest I've ever stayed up was 3 days. I stayed up for 3 days all blown. I was hearing voices the third day.
Yeah.
I had to go the fuck to bed.
Yep.
But like 6 days, I mean, you were probably completely out of it.
So you just get a bunch of delusions, like weird thinking patterns, like thinking that the TV is talking to you, thinking that people are out to get you. And definitely trapping didn't help because I was always on my feet, paranoid about the cops. Gambling 80 grand in one night didn't help. So all these things together kind of triggered the psychosis. I also had like I was like with a girl. I was like going, if you're in that position, in that mindset, any relationship with them isn't going to go well.
For sure.
And the weird thing is gambling, the relationship with a girl, drugs, and one other thing I forget. But those things are the exact same thing that happened to me in 2025. Like recently when this happened, the day before it happened, I lost $7,000 at the casino. And that's why I'm done gambling forever. I was also in a relationship with my girl, and I was also doing substances. But I guess the one thing that was in 2020 that I didn't do now is trapping, because once I started getting bigger on YouTube, I stopped trapping.
Yeah.
Even though the trapping money is great, but I stopped trapping.
I mean, it sounds like the trapping is what drove you to making weed content and kind of brought you here today, yeah?
Exactly. So how I grew my Instagram with my trap money, it was hard with 0 followers posting content. Like,
yeah. The hardest part of starting out.
Yeah, the hardest part is starting at 0. So weird thing is I had 4 Instagrams account. This Instagram I've been on since 2019 or 2020, so I know I'm good. The real page recommends me everything.
Yeah.
But in 2018, 2019, it was hard because every single time you grew to like 10, 20K followers, Instagram will flag you. Instagram would delete weed content. They hated weed content. But the way I would grow these pages is with my trap money. I would pay Instagram pages, like meme pages, celebrities, like $200, $400 for an Instagram post. So they would post a montage of my Instagram clips, me like smoking weed out of a banana or like doing a big gravity bong, and I would just have a montage. It was called like montage clips. That's how people grew in like 2018, 2019 on Instagram. They made montage clips and would send them to meme pages. So I would pay these. I
remember all the meme pages in that era.
Yep. Yeah. So I would pay these meme pages $200, $400. Probably did like 4 or 5 a week, and grew. That's how I gained my first 10,000 on Instagram. So
damn, those meme pages were making bang.
Yeah, yeah. So the trap money helped out being where I am today. It helped out.
I mean, that's a sick way to get into the weed tube stuff. You know, that's a good, like, you really kind of naturally segued into it. You know, a lot of people, I think, start out and they're just like, oh, I want to be a weed tuber. Like, start out with that. But you were just posting fucking weed stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You weren't even ever thinking this would be like a job.
Yeah, I just wanted to do it for fun, honestly.
Yeah.
I remember going to my college orientation at 18. Coincidentally, my best friend from middle school or elementary school was in the same orientation group as me. And I show him my Instagram, and it has 4,000 followers at the time. I'm like, by the time I get into college, by the time we're in the first year, freshman year, this is going to be a 10K. By the time summer ended and I was in college, the Instagram was at 10K. Yeah. So I just posted weed content in my dorm room all the time. I was smoking weed in my dorm, filming myself. And all my... I was paranoid at the time. I was like, is the school going to find out? Now that I think about it, they had to have known I was doing this the whole time. Like, I guess. But, like, I guess they didn't care.
Why do you think they knew?
Like, I got in trouble for weed at college. I mean, a lot of my clips were, like, popping off. I don't know. I just feel like they had to have known because they knew I was trapping. There's no way cops weren't watching the RU Pharmacy group chat. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess they didn't really care too much about weed in college. It was just the harder drugs.
Yeah, I think they were after some of the other dudes in that chat more than you probably.
Yeah.
You would have been like one of the last people.
Yeah, anything. I only posted weed in that chat.
Yep.
I only posted weed.
Yeah, I mean, from my understanding, I used to order a lot off the deep web. That's how I would get all my shit when I was younger. The only time I would try trapping a lot. I would always try, but I would fuck it up every time because I would smoke more than I would sell. Or like when I buy a bag of blow, 3/4 is going up my nose, 1/4 is going to someone else, and that's not enough to make money, you know. But the only time I had success was when I was on probation, and I would order off Alpha Bay. I would order off Alpha Bay and Hansa. I'd get off the deep web, and I'd get it shipped to a box that I had.
Okay.
And that was like the one era where I found any success. But even then, it was always kind of common knowledge among all the people that did that on both ends, both the people that bought and the people that sold it. Like, if you do weed, you're good. Like, you don't really have to hide it.
Yeah.
I was getting, like, pounds of bullshit, the worst weed on earth, shipped straight to my fucking post office box. No problems. One day, I ordered an 1/8 of Molly, only 3.5 grams of Molly. I get the fucking letter to my house. First off, they called me, which is nuts. Because, like, the post office doesn't call you for shit. They called me, left a voicemail, and then they also sent a letter saying that I had to come in and sign for a package. That's the only thing I was waiting for was the Molly.
Yeah, that's what happened to me off weed.
Really?
Yeah. I had to come in and sign for the package. I just never picked it up because I was sussed out.
That's the right thing to do. You would have gone to jail.
Yeah.
You would have gone to jail for a long fucking time, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, by the time they've sent you that letter, it's, like, everything's set in motion. Like, they're ready to get you. They know what's in the box. They're ready for you to come in any fucking time. Like, the moment they send you that letter, they've got a fucking undercover cop stationed at that post office for at least the next week straight. Yeah. You know?
That's why I can't. actually got. Weird thing is, when I was in college, like 2022, so I used to vend at events. I don't know if, like, you know, there's events in LA where they have
tons of weed events.
Yeah, they have.
You were at a booth at one of them.
Yeah, they have those events out in New Jersey, New York. The whole time weed was illegal.
Yeah. So a totally different vibe than out here.
Different vibe, yeah. So I was vending one time. I drove all my stuff from Rutgers to the place in New Brunswick. I was vending, and I set up a table, had a bunch of stuff on the table, probably made about like $2,000 profit that night. Then I packed everything in my car and started driving home. I got pulled over, and I had about 2 pounds of weed in the back, 100 carts, like some shrooms. I didn't know if they were following me from the event. Probably.
I would guess so, yeah.
Yeah, so they're following from the event. He pulls me over. He shines the light in the back, sees everything. But I show him that I tell him I'm from Rutgers. I tell him I do this. I have my ID, show him my ID. He just gives me a warning and lets me go. But I had all my shit in the back, and he saw there was 2 pound bags just sitting down at the top.
Not even covered?
Not covered, just sitting there. And he just let me go. I don't know. Still to this day, I don't know why, but I got lucky that day.
I mean, I think a lot of the time, my best guess is they're probably just trying to identify the people at those events.
Yeah.
Like, that dude definitely went. You're on a list somewhere for surely.
Yeah.
You're on a good federal list somewhere.
Yeah.
That guy went. He called the supervisor. He's like, yo, we got Chris in this bitch. 2 pounds in the back. Supervisor's like, let his ass go.
Yeah.
We want him with 20 pounds.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, you got lucky.
Yeah.
You got lucky.
I feel like I tapped out at the right time because I never got arrested for selling weed in my life. And I tried from 14 to 21. I got arrested for possession of weed, for possession of tabs, for stealing a cop car.
Yep.
I stole a cop car.
What the fuck happened with stealing a cop car? Why did you do that?
During the Psychosis episode in 2020.
Shit.
You can pull up the article, too.
There's an article about this? What do I type in?
Type in Christopher Kim stealing cop car, Staten Island. Right there.
This one?
Yep, I was 20.
Oh, he stole a police car in St. George. Said he was trying to live dream of being cop. Oh my! Wait, no, I'm reading this shit. Buckle up, everyone. We got an article reading. He said he always wanted to be a cop, but Christopher Kim wound up in handcuffs instead. Kim, 20, was busted on Wednesday after stealing an unmarked police car in St. George and driving off, authorities allege. The events unfolded at about 6:10 p.m., said a criminal complaint. The Montvale, New Jersey resident entered a gray 2019 Dodge, which is parked near Wall Street and Stuyvesant Place by the 120th Precinct station house, the complaint said. A law enforcement source said a key fob was inside the unmarked vehicle. Dummy. They were begging for it. What the fuck?
The car was on, unlocked.
They weren't ready for a guy like you. They weren't ready for
At this point, it was the 6th day of being awake. And I went into Staten Island.
So what's going through your head when you decide, fuck it, I'm taking a cop car?
All right. So at this point, I was hanging out with Crips in 2020, the same Crips I was hanging out now.
Okay.
In New York. They're Crip rappers. So in 2020, I was friends with this Crip rapper called Squid Nice. I'm still friends with him now. He's one of the only ones that I still talk to. All the rest of the gang is kind of like assholes. Mm-hmm. But
I don't think the Crips are known for being like
friendly,
cool
they're
dudes, you know?
Yeah, so at this point, Squid Nice is my favorite rapper in my mind. He's still a cool dude. He's not my favorite rapper. He's a cool dude. Mm-hmm. And 2020 he was my favorite rapper. I go to Staten Island because that's where he's from. And in his songs, he says he runs Staten Island. So at this point, I'm like, oh, he runs Staten Island. That means he owns every single car in Staten Island. So I started walking around Staten Island and opening every single door, thinking that he owns every car.
You're taking that shit.
Yeah. So I would say about the 50th car door I opened, it was right next to a police station. It was a black, unmarked Dodge. I opened the door, hop in the car, and it was on, and I just started driving it for about 20 minutes.
Oh, my. And did you realize as soon as you got in it was a cop car, or like what?
I didn't know, but then 10 minutes in, when I started talking to the speaker, I kind of realized.
You're talking through the cop radio?
Yeah. And I see a laptop. I'm like talking to the speaker. I'm like, hello. Is anyone there? Is anyone there? And I was driving for like 20 minutes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I've never heard anything like this. This is fucking. How do you like? That came way out of left field. Stealing. There's actually an article too. I think my favorite thing about this, you drove off, but were stopped after running a red light, and you appeared disoriented and your speech was slurred. The complaint quotes him as explaining his actions this way: "I was just trying to live my dream of being a police officer." And you also told police that you smoked a little weed.
Yeah, all I had on me at the time was a dab pen. I didn't do any other drugs. It was just the weed. It was the weed psychosis.
Were you hitting some blinkers in the cop car while you were driving?
I think so.
Fuck yeah. So how you said it took about 20 minutes before they came and you know.
So I put my GPS on to Rutgers. I was gonna drive the cop car to my college.
You were just taking that bitch back?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But then I ended up not being able to read the GPS. So I was just joyriding in Staten Island. And if you know New York, Staten Island is the most like conservative area. You don't want to do crimes in Staten Island. And I got arrested there. I got thrown into the jail cell for about 2 nights. They gave me bread and cheese. It was good. It was good.
Really?
Yeah. They gave
You're
me
the first person I've ever heard say good things about jail food.
Yeah. I mean, compared to other jail I was at, I was in Louisiana jail before. That was terrible. Yeah.
What the fuck did you do in Louisiana?
So this happened this year. During my Psychosis episode,
You get in a lot of fucking trouble, dude.
Yeah. So during the Psychosis episode, I flew to Louisiana to meet this rapper called Peso Peso. I did a feeture with him.
I feel like I remember seeing this on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I did a feature with him, and the whole time I was like not bugging out, but like going crazy. Like they were scared of me, not because of my appearance, but because of the way I was acting. I was like going like this, like stomping around the apartment, like going like this around the apartment.
Yep.
And yeah, I ended up leaving that studio session. I go to the airport. Then when I'm in the airport, I start marching around the fucking airport. I started marching around, yelling, like, I just won $10 million on a parlay. I just won $10 million off a $10 parlay because it was the weekend of the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl was in Louisiana. Then I started saying, I am a descendant of God. And I started waving my hand like this, putting it at every baby like this. I'm like, you are in heaven.
Oh, you're blessing the babies. Nice.
Yeah, I was blessing the babies. That's what I was trying to do in my head. And yeah, then eventually the cops warned me at the airport, you got to calm down. They warned me again, you got to calm down. Then it got to a point where I was just making too much chaotic noise at the airport, and they arrested me.
It sounds like they were really patient with you.
Yeah. So I missed my plane flight. I go to the Louisiana jail, and I was there for about 2 days. And they threw me into a seclusive room, just like a 5-by-foot room, no windows, no anything, just 4 white walls. And I was there in that room for 2 days, and they didn't give me any food, any water, nothing.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's while you're in the middle of having an episode.
Exactly.
What are you doing in that room?
I was screaming. I was like, me and the guy next to me, I was banging on the door, screaming. Like, then I just slept on the floor, and it was weird because in the middle pit, there's a middle pit where you poop and pee. It was just like a sewer thing, so it just an open thing in the middle. So it just smelled like shit. It smelled like pee. Like I was laying on the floor. It smelled like poop and pee. Oh. Like Louisiana jail is not something you want to be in.
So it sounds like New York jail is the way to go.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, better than Louisiana.
Oh, that's horrible. But you got out after a couple days, right?
Yeah, 2 days. Some people were in there for like a year, 6 months, but I got out in 2 days.
How did you get out? Did they just come to your cell and just be like, hey, time to go? Or
yeah, basically they just said it's time to go. Like, it was only for disturbing the peace charge. So they let me go after 2 days.
Yeah, they can't hold you too long.
Yeah.
And did you have to go back to Louisiana to go to court for that?
I'm still dealing with that right now.
God.
So my court case is on the 17th of July.
Oh, that's soon, dude. That's a week from today.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So I'm working with my lawyer out in Louisiana. I'm going to try to get them to appear for me in Louisiana since I don't want to fly out to there.
I mean, I think since it was a mental health thing with a decent lawyer, you could get that.
Yeah. I have hospital records that say I was in the hospital. I was literally in the hospital like I got out of the hospital 3 days before that happened. I got in a hospital like 2 days after that happened. So like there's documents to back it, and social workers all sent them emails and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean your charge is disturbing the peace. Like, it's not a fucking felony or anything.
They claimed I was drunk in public because it was after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I wasn't drunk. I just smoked weed, and I was having weed-induced psychosis.
I feel like you're gonna get that shit dropped.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I have a more serious charge that I'm still working on. It's a DWI.
Oh shit!
But I wasn't drunk or high.
You were just psychotic?
I was just psychotic. I passed the alcohol test. I passed every single test. then they brought a specialist in, and just because I was talking weird and saying weird things, they claimed to the point where I wasn't sober, and they gave me a DWI charge. But my lawyer says that I'm talking to right now that it should easily get dropped because I have the documents. I passed the breathalyzer test. I passed every test they put on me. The only thing they have against me is I was talking weird and cognitively not weird. But the reasoning for that is I was in the psych ward 3 days before that and 2 days after that.
Yeah, and you can easily document that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to get dropped no problem,
Yeah.
honestly. But, like, DWIs and DUIs are fucked. And I think, like, that in particular really highlights how much of a misunderstanding there is about mental health.
Yeah.
Like, the cops don't know how to deal with it. General people don't really understand it. Like, you get arrested for having a mental health episode. That doesn't help anybody. You know? Like, you didn't suddenly get better because you got arrested for DWI.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
I feel like
on the right track now.
I feel like they should have actually in New York at least. I think they're gonna start having mental health people with cops, so that way they can differentiate between if they're a criminal or if they're just going through something mentally.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be really good.
That's smart. They should have that.
Yeah, because I've been arrested probably 5 or 6 times when I was psychotic. Thank God everything got dropped just because I was psychotic, because there's something called mental health court. Like mental health court, it's just exactly what it seems. You're there because of mental health, and then that's how I got out of the cop charge. I got out with the only thing from the cop charge that I had to do was get a drug test once a week for a year. That's it. That's all I had to do. But I was smoking
clean for those.
I was smoking weed the whole time, but I just swapped the pee.
Oh, we're using like fake piss or just someone else's?
Someone
real
else's piss.
Nice.
Wait, can we pause it real quick and talk about it?
That's why you had to what?
So the cop car thing. That's why we had to move out of our hometown. Since
Oh shit.
yeah, the hometown I grew up in. My parents. I guess there was always cops on my street. After the article, it's in Montvale, so everyone in town knew, and we just weren't looked good upon. So we ended up moving out of that town.
Yeah.
And this was before I had my YouTube channel, but I was doing Instagram. I was only on Instagram until 2022. Then 2022, I started YouTube.
YouTube's a whole different beast, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard. Like
Yeah.
transitioning from just IG posts to now you have to do these long form videos. Gotta do the thumbnail, gotta do the title.
Yep.
Shit's fucked.
Yeah, I like YouTube a lot more, but Instagram is cool too. I'm just used to it since that's how I started. And I got the algorithm down. Like account status is cool now. Do you know about account status?
I do. I have a editor that I hired who kind of runs all my like Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
Because I just can't help myself from getting fucking banned.
Yeah, because there's shadow bans too.
It's nuts on IG.
Yeah, shadow bans are real. But how I started on Instagram, I would go on YouTube and watch. I probably watched every single video on shadow bans, how to grow. I used to do this when I was small. I used to do this thing called DM groups.
Yeah.
So DM groups is you find 10 to 20 creators that are in the similar thing as you. You all go and you all send in your Instagram post right after you post, and they all comment on it. So this is how you build your first comments and engagement. And if that many people comment, then it goes to the explore page. And that's how the algorithm worked back in 2018, 2019. It doesn't work like that now. Now it's off of natural engagement.
Yeah.
But that's how it worked back then. DM groups were a big thing, and you would have to pay to get into DM groups. Like at one point, I was gonna add people to my groups and selling them spots to join my group. And it'll just be people with 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 followers, and that was like the hack back in 2019. Because I would just watch YouTube videos, every single YouTube video on how to do it. So I'm like, if I can't smoke weed for a living, I'm not working a 9 to 5. Like I have a college degree. Like I'm still getting job offers now, but like.
What's your degree in?
Human resources.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
you have a good degree.
And then I minored in entrepreneurship. But
Damn.
that
You're
was
educated.
yeah, a little. But the whole time I was just smoking weed. ChatGPT helped when it came out. Everyone in college, my sophomore year when ChatGPT came out, that was the only thing. I would see people in class pulling up ChatGPT on the corner of their screen during the test and just searching everything.
How old are you right now?
25.
Oh, we're the same age. I'm 26.
Okay.
So pretty much the same fucking age.
Yeah.
ChatGPT. When did you go to college?
2012. 2018 is when I got in. 2023 is when I graduated. But ChatGPT came out like 2022, 2021.
Oh, so you were an OG to that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like this is totally off topic from what we're talking about, but like, don't you feel like AI, like people getting college degrees just from using AI, is going to have like a crazy impact on the world? Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like colleges might not care too much because,
really,
in general, now you have to learn how to use AI. Because if you learn how to use AI, then you can pursue your career and it would be better. Because a lot of my friends that are working 9 to 5s right now, I would say all of my friends are working 9 to 5 office jobs that I went to college with, and they still all use ChatGPT for their job. Like, so I guess it's a skill colleges might want you to learn. Obviously, if they catch you doing it, you're gonna get in trouble. But people don't really get in trouble too much for it. The colleges know everyone's using ChatGPT.
Yeah. I mean, I just worry that, let's say we have someone who's going to school in theory to be a doctor. And then there's another guy who's going to school to be like an accountant, right?
Yeah.
And both of those guys are just ChatGPTing their degree.
Yeah.
Then it's almost like they got a degree in AI.
Yeah, that's true.
They got a degree in
I
prompting.
didn't think about it that way, yeah.
Like,
but I guess the interview process and how the skills they know when they go in, they'll realize if they're actually educated or not on this topic.
Yep. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I went to like my accountant and I was like, "Yo, bro, it's time to do my quarterly taxes. Like, let me know what I owe. Here's all my statements." And like that night, he goes on his computer, he hops on ChatGPT, uploads all my documents. He's like, "What does this guy owe?"
Yeah.
Yo, I'm smacking the fuck out of that guy.
I would not.
I'm
want
right
that.
hooking him, dude. I'm going BlazintheAsian style. I'm right hooking that motherfucker.
Yeah. I would not want that. Especially if it's a doctor. I don't want a doctor.
No, fuck no. Dude, I saw a video. It was probably fake, honestly, but I saw a video recently of some girl who was apparently at the doctor's office, and the doctor's on his computer in the office on ChatGPT, like asking about her condition.
Yeah, that's crazy.
First off, it's got to violate HIPAA. Like, there's no fucking way you can legally do that. And then second off, like, damn, I'm gonna die in this room.
Yeah.
You know? So, kind of bringing it back a little bit to your first psychosis, and in particular, your first time going to the psych ward.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your first time going to the psych ward?
I'm not sure if this is the first time. This is the first psych ward I remember.
Okay.
Because I guess the first time I might have been completely out of it.
Yep.
The first psych ward I was in, it was just one hallway, your bedroom, and then an outside smoking area, which is blessed because
you had a smoking area?
Yeah. So that was one of the only psych wards in New Jersey that has a smoking area.
Oh my god.
And you can smoke cigarettes. So that was like, I thought that was normal at the time, but that was like a blessing.
Yeah, that's insane. That's completely nuts.
So at that point, I thought everyone was actors because I was like, no way people are like this in real life. I had a theory that I was in a movie. Everyone was an actor.
You're on a set right now.
Everyone was like set, like the Truman Show. Everyone was like a New York City crackhead or a LA crackhead. They were like, it was crazy. Like people were hunching over, like making sounds, like I thought the TV at that point. I guess my mind was fully into it. I thought the TV was talking about me. The news was talking about me. Yeah, I remember making this friend. We would pick up half-smoking cigarettes on the ground and smoke them since I was too scared to ask my parents to bring me cigarettes. I don't know why. And then my friend couldn't afford the cigarettes, so we would just pick up half-smoking cigarettes off the ground. The food there was good. Some psych wards have really good food, but some psych wards have shitty food.
The residential I went to had amazing food.
Yeah. It was all-you-can-eat food. You can go unlimited rounds.
Anytime, or like was there a certain
lunch,
time of day?
breakfast, lunch, dinner, but you can go back for more if you want.
Damn, that's fire.
And that was the first psych ward I was in. It was really good, except I was completely out of it at the time. Mm-hmm. I kept on going out of the psych ward, taking a bong rip, snapping right back into psychosis, and that happened for about 6 months, my first time.
And do you think the reason that you would leave and immediately go take a rip is because you never really exited the psychosis? Like you were still in it?
I think I was still in the psychosis every time I got out. And then until I quit the weed forever for a year, that's when I got better. Yeah, my psychiatrist says it's from constantly smoking like every single day since I was a kid till now, 3 or 4, because your brain isn't fully developed until 25.
Yep.
And that doesn't happen to everyone. A lot of people in my comment section on Instagram go, I was smoking since 12, I'm fine. But like everyone's different. And yeah, I guess that's just the weed, the drugs, the gambling, all the vices, all the addictive stuff, the relationships. It just all factors into one. And a lot of stress. People who have a lot of stress can develop psychosis even if they're not doing drugs. But yeah, psychosis is a scary thing. That's why I'm on my break for at least a year. I need to stop.
What's really interesting to me is it sounds like you've been through this before. You've quit smoking for a year before. You went back after that year the first time. And, you know, obviously didn't end up very well, as we can see. But now it sounds like you have the same plan. You're going to try quitting for a year and then smoking again.
Yeah. It's like
you think something's going to be different this time?
Well, I'm not sure 100%. Last time I was set on, okay, I'm smoking after a year. This time I'm like, I'm going to see where my life is after a year. If I feel like I want to, I'm going to smoke. If I feel like I don't need it, I'm not going to smoke. Just because, honestly, I don't even get too high. I mean, a lot of people don't get too high who smoke every single day. But, yeah, I'm just going to see how it goes. I really want to focus on music. So that I'm going to try to make a lot of good music soon. A lot of music that people can relate to. And that, maybe workout content, stuff like that. Just different content. But for right now, I'm still making blinker videos. I'm going to walk around New York, have strangers try blinkers, try products. Just because a lot of people miss those videos. A lot of people say, I got a shit ton of comments saying like, oh, why'd you delete all your videos? This really helped me during a hard time. This really helped me during this time. So I don't want to take that away from my fans because that's how I got to where I am. So I'm still not going to stop that, but I'm going to mix it in with other content with different passions I had when I was a kid, like fishing, basketball, workout content, stuff like that.
You know, I mean, my 2 cents on it as a guy who, like, I also got sober a couple years ago. I had a really hard time figuring out what to do with my content after I got sober because it was like all my content's about drugs. I don't even do fucking blow anymore. And at the time, the only thing I made was story videos. I didn't have a podcast. I didn't live stream or anything. I didn't do any of that. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? And I think it ended up being one of the best things for me because it made me branch out and realize like, oh, I don't just have to be like this weed guy or this drug guy. Like I'm just this guy who happens to do the drugs or do this or do that. And that's like a really valuable thing to establish as someone who makes content. And I think like you're at the point where you're about to do that now. You know?
Well, at the end of the day, I feel like people like us for our personality too. And like obviously what we the niche. But like people like us for us, not really
for sure
for certain things. So yeah, I'm branching out. I'm starting to post like healthier, like just awareness because there's a lot of comments say this can't happen, this doesn't happen to me, but a lot of comments are saying I've experienced this too. I've experienced psychosis, I've experienced weed psychosis, stuff like that. So it is helping out and bringing awareness. Like you said, a lot of people don't talk about it.
I've never seen anyone talk about this kind of stuff online, like really at all. I've never seen someone like yourself talk about it in their own experience. I've never seen even a podcast interview like what we're doing right now talking about this. And I think all this is super valuable because, bro, both of our audiences are all majority young people smoking weed. You know, they're majority, a lot of the people that are watching this right now could go through the exact same thing you went through pretty soon if they haven't already.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think smoking weed every day is bad for you. Tons of people
for sure.
do it. But if you do it since 14 years old throughout the whole day 24/7, it could, depending on your genetics, be detrimental to you. Like when I was doing 24/7, I was trapping all the time, so I had it accessible to me at all times. I had 50 carts, 100 carts on me at all times. And I was trapping out of my parents' house, have cars pull up, walk out the doors, tell my parents, "Oh, I'm gonna give him a phone charger. Oh, I'm giving him food." Like just different excuses, trapping out of the house. And I just had a card on me at all times, even when I got into programs. So I've been in 3 weed programs when I was in high school. Every single time you get in trouble for smoking nicotine or smoking weed, you get drug tested and sent to this program. So the program, you get drug tested 3 times a week. You got to go every day after school, maybe during school, and you get drug tested. One of the programs, I ended up saying, fuck this. I'm not doing this anymore. I want to smoke. So I bought a fake dick. It's called a Wizinator.
I've fucking seen that shit.
Yeah.
It works?
Yeah, so I use...
And it keeps, like, the pee the right temperature,
yeah,
too?
pee the right temperature. You get,
No
you get hand warmers.
way.
Also, your pelvis area is a little warm, so it straps against your body.
Yeah.
And
you wear that shit around your waist. Yeah.
So this is how it would work. I would be in school, in high school. I would be in my 7th period or 6th period. I would have my friend pee in the stall, go to the bathroom, pee in the stall in a water bottle. I would walk into the stall, fill the Wizinator up with the pee. Then I would go to my program, and then by the time I went to my program, I would ask to take my drug test immediately and use the Wizinator because they look at your dick when you're peeing. So
Same thing when I was on probation.
So I would put down the zipper, put the tip out of the zipper, and just squeeze the tip. And he would just look and be like, "Oh, okay, it's a dick."
How big was the fake dick? Did they think you were packing crazy?
Yeah, I guess so. It was big.
That fucking dude. I remember when I was on probation, I thought about that so many times. I was scared it wouldn't work. Were you scared when you were using that?
I was scared, but after the first time and it worked, I was like, okay, this is the method.
You had real pee though.
I had real pee.
You know, it was just.
I feel like the safest way is to get real pee. Like,
yeah.
Fake pee might be.
Powder piss is sketchy.
Yeah, it's sketchy.
Yep. That's a real homie too, pissing for you in the bottle.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I would pay him
real
$10 a pee.
Still though, bro, $10 a pee. Like, I don't know. I still don't know if I would do well. During my Xanax phase, I probably would have.
Yeah.
But like, that's a real homie.
Yeah, he's a homie.
Do you still talk to that guy who was pissing for you?
I don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Best wishes to him wherever he is.
Best wishes.
So, another thing that we haven't really talked about much yet, but you've brought up a couple times I'm really interested in, is your gambling.
Yeah.
And like, I haven't really heard you talk much about gambling online.
I've talked about it a few times, but just like midway through a YouTube video, like a couple of videos, I was like, "Oh, I'm quitting forever." Like, I was gambling since 18 years old, probably every week till like 24 years old. So you consider yourself an addict, right? Yeah, I've been to Gamblers Anonymous before. Oh shit. Yeah, I've been to Narcotics Anonymous, AA. But yeah, I was a gambling addict. Like, when I went to the casino, I would gamble at least 10,000 every time, and I was able to supply this because I was trapping. But it was just annoying. Like, I probably made hundreds of thousands of trapping, but I have none of it safe now because of the gambling. So my personality, I just get addicted to things very easily. No matter what it is, if it's addictive, I can get addicted to things easily. My last addictive thing I have to quit is the nicotine, because this isn't good for you. But this is the last vice I have that I have to quit. But I quit everything else. But the good thing is, my personality, if you put it into something positive, like the YouTube content or working out or something like that, I get addicted to that too. So I just have to put the addictive stuff into the positive things, you know, and just working, making content, stuff like that. Do you have ADHD? I never got diagnosed with it because I guess my parents never took me to get checked, but I feel like I might. I do. I've been diagnosed with it. I got fed fucking Adderall my entire childhood, and I'm very similar to you in that aspect. Yeah. Like, whatever I'm doing, I'm all in on that shit. Yeah. YouTube, I'm obsessed with. Gambling, maybe not to the extent you are, but like things I enjoy, like video games or like drugs, I'm all in on that shit. Whenever I find a new hobby I really like, it's all I do for fucking months straight. And I have a hard time managing that. Yeah. Like, that's a hard type of personality to have, because when you find something you like that's not good for you, you're kind of fucked. Yeah. You know? I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. Yeah. Because, like, you wouldn't be where you're at if you didn't have that personality, you know what I mean? Because you have that drive to make the content, drive to do that. But, yeah, with the negative things, it's a curse. But it's all where you channel your energy. How did, like, your gambling addiction start? Do you remember what really got you hooked? Gambling in high school when I was 16, 17. Our school was big in gambling, my high school. We would play blackjack. We would play dice. We would play, like, flipping a coin for like $80.
Like at school?
Yeah, at school.
What the fuck?
So eventually the school had to crack down on it, and it was like, no more gambling in school, no more gambling, because during lunchtime we would just play blackjack. Like the dealer would have the money, he would put up his
What
money,
the fuck?
I would put up my money, and we would just play in school. So that's how the gambling started. Then when I turned 18, I took my sister's social security number and signed up for DraftKings.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah. So that's how I ended up gambling.
Why didn't you use your own?
I wasn't 21.
Oh, that's right. You were 18, but you do have to be 21.
Yeah.
So what, like, is there any, like, repercussion to using her social outside of it just being her identity? Like,
I guess nothing happened because I ended up quitting and doing it, but it's because I only lost. If I had to make money, then we would have to file taxes on it.
she would have been fucked.
Yeah, she would have been fucked, but I only lost. I don't know why she gave me her social when I asked her for it, but she did, so.
I mean, that's a real one right there.
Yeah.
Though, you know? That's a fucking real one.
Yeah.
How much, like, per day or however often you would gamble were you betting at this point in your life?
Freshman year of college, I was doing $1,000 roulette spins.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like the most I've ever done on a spin to this day.
Yeah.
And like that sticks in my head as like, damn, that was fucked.
Yeah, I guess my perception of money was skewed up because I was trapping, and I was like probably making over $1,000 a day from trapping. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it sounds like, just from what I've learned about you from this chat, you were making a ton of money trapping before you started YouTube.
Yep.
And even before you started YouTube, you came from, you know, an environment where money was around you. Like, you came from a good area, then you started trapping, and then your trapping segued into YouTube, which makes even more fucking money than trapping. Like, it doesn't sound like you really went through a period of, fuck, I have no money.
Yep.
Like, you've just been chilling.
Yep. Until now.
Yes.
I like, so during my 3 months psychosis, I had like 150, 160 in the bank.
Uh-huh. Just as your savings?
Yeah, I spent all of it in 3 months.
What the fuck?
So a symptom of psychosis, I'm bipolar. They claim I'm bipolar. I don't know if I still believe it. I think I do, but ADHD can cause psychosis too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a symptom of psychosis is you don't have a perception of money. So at this point, I thought the owner of Apple Card knew me, and I thought the owner of Chase knew me. So I thought my cards were unlimited.
Those are your homies,
Yeah.
bro.
So I thought it was unlimited. And I was buying courtside net tickets. I bought like 6 courtside Nets tickets for me and my girlfriend. And my girlfriend was like, "What's wrong with you? Like, I'm not going to this." And
What?
Yeah.
That's how she reacted?
Yeah, because at the time I was psychotic and we broke up.
Oh.
But now,
So
luckily,
that's how you were trying to win her back. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I got courtside. I got courtside, shorty.
Yeah. And then I'm back with her now, which is great.
Nice.
Because I want someone in my life that can see the worst of me.
Yeah.
And she saw the worst case scenario of me, but she still is wanting to be with me, which is great, because if they're not with you when you're down bad, you don't want them when you're down up, you know, or when you're up, because yeah, that's just how I feel. And yeah, it's great right now. My life is coming back together.
I mean, I'm happy to see you doing well. You know, I think seeing you, you know, have the episode you had online really sucked to see. And I think what the worst part about it is how, like, nobody was really very understanding about it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
not at all.
I mean, now I'm starting to get most of my comments on Instagram are all positive now, because I'm actually talking about it and explaining myself. I'm sure after this podcast, people will understand a lot more.
100%. Yeah, people are gonna love this for sure. Like, your audience is gonna be like, "Oh wow, I had no idea about this."
Yeah,
they're gonna like it.
Yeah. So at the time when I was going psychotic and I was getting a bunch of hate comments, I didn't really think of it because I was psychotic. I didn't care at all. I was like,
didn't matter.
I'm gonna be the best drill rapper in New York.
Yeah, you're dropping fucking features and shit, dude.
Yeah, I was paying. That's how I lost a lot of my money. I was buying random features. I was swiping the card, buying plane tickets. I bought to get home from Louisiana. I booked 7 different plane tickets and didn't get a refund for any of them because I kept on missing the flight or like buying the wrong day, and it was too.
You were just like, "Fuck it, buy another one."
Yeah, exactly.
You never once called the airline.
No.
You were just like, "Fuck it, bro."
No, I would try, but if it's booked within like 24 hours, you can't.
Oh yeah, then you're fucked.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
You're fucked. So you just kept booking short notice, missing the flight, and then just being like,
I probably
whatever.
spent $5,000 for one flight back to New York.
What the fuck?
spent $3,000 on courtside Nets tickets, spent another $4,000 on courtside Nets tickets. What else did I spent like $10,000 on rap features. I sent money to random people. There was a terrible manager that I had. Like, I ended up hiring him as a manager when I was doing Psychotic, sending his grandma money, sending him money, just sending money everywhere because I thought the owner of Chase knew me.
Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, while you were Psychotic, it sounds like quite a few people were taking advantage of you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I only want to stick with people I can fully trust. Like, everyone, when you're going Psychotic and people are less fortunate, they want to take advantage of you. Like,
because they know you're an easy target at that point.
Easy target, exactly. I actually had this one rapper. I'm still cool with him now. He's cool. He pulled up to my apartment. Once he saw me, he was like, "Wait a minute, this Psychotic thing is real? You weren't acting?" Like, he went to my friend and was like, "This has to be a show. There's cameras around, right? Like, he's not acting right now, right?" And he was just so confused. He thought the whole time I was on Instagram crashing out, I was just engagement farming.
Yeah.
He thought I was just trying to get.
And that's really just you.
Yeah, that was just what was going on at the time. Like, yeah, a lot of people. But I would say this whole experience, what happened, was a blessing because I'd rather happen it now than 3 years later down the line. Like, for sure. Plus, I learned a lot from it, and every single time a psychosis experience happens, which was 2025 and 2020, I do learn a lot from it, and I grow in a more positive way. Like, what happened in 2020, I grew more positively. Then I started my YouTube, did that. What happened now is I guess I have to cut back on my substances and start playing basketball more, start doing stuff like that, start fishing. I go to church every Sunday.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like this time you've really learned a lot from it. You know, it sounds like you're really taking your sobriety seriously and like trying to get better. And I mean, people, like, in general, there's just such a low bar for like tolerating like mental health issues in this country. Like, people, I saw for months straight, people are making fun of you. You know, your viewers, other content creators. I mean, fucking Fulcrum was saying shit to you. Dope as Yola was saying shit to you. You know,
Fulcrum made like the whole time I was in the hospital, in and out, he made like 60 TikToks on me. I don't know. I mean, it's just more views on my name. But he made like 60 TikToks on me. He even posted one the other day, like, BlazintheAsian, follow me. Like, I mean, the reason why I don't want to be cool with Fulcrum now is the whole time I was crashing out, he was making fun of me the whole time. And he made a fake Blazin account, AI Blazin account. He hired someone to make an AI Blazin account to make me look bad, and I don't know. That is what it is.
That's super weird. That's just weird shit to do, and that crosses the line from like, okay, maybe you post one or two things. It's like, all right, maybe you were making a joke. You were still a dickhead for doing that, but at the end of the day, that's that. But that crosses the line into like, okay, now you're straight up like bullying someone. Now you're actually being a dick about it.
And I'm not gonna lie, people say I'm soft when I say this, but when I get out of Psych Ward, I would look at the TikToks and look at the AI Blazin account, and it would get to my head. Like, I was like thinking
that's hard to look at, bro. That's I mean, in general, people hating on you on the internet is a hard thing to deal with. And especially, I'd imagine when you're in a mental state like you were at that time, that's got to be way harder to deal with.
Dope as Yola called me a bitch and said that music sucks. I was hurt by that.
So what? Listen, I'm just gonna say right now, I'm cool with Yola. Like, me and him know each other very well. But, like, I am totally a middle ground here. I don't give a fuck about this beef. I am a neutral party here. I have not heard his side of it outside of what he's posted online. But from your end of it, what is this beef even?
It's not even beef. It's just that in 2024, like last year, I DM'd one of his team members to be on the podcast. And
Who did you hit up?
Claudio.
Okay.
And he told me to give him a text message of all the things why I should be on the podcast. I gave my life story, sent it to him. He's like, okay, I'll send this to Yola. They get back to me and say, like, I'm not celebrity enough. Not those exact words, but like, we're trying to get more mainstream guests right now. We have like these certain celebrities on right now. and then I was just kind of like turned off by that. But that was the only thing that happened. And then when I crashed out, I guess I spoke too much and kind of started going after him. I started going after everyone. Like,
I do remember seeing a clip of you during your psychotic episode telling Dope as Yola to go to hell. I do remember seeing that.
I don't know. I guess my emotions just were so crazy when I was there. Like, I've always had these feelings, not like go to hell or go die, but like I've always had like I don't know. I feel like I moved to LA in 2023. And, like, no one hit me up. Like, at that point, I had 300,000 subscribers. I was still pretty popping. And everyone was ignoring me. No one wanted to collab with me. And it was just, like, whatever. So that's why I moved back to New York. And I ended up doing better in New York because that's where I originated my content.
Dude, as someone who just moved to LA in late 2023 after living in Illinois my whole life, I thought it was going to be a lot different than it is here. When I moved here, I first thought, like, damn, I'm going to be collabing with all these weed tubers. I'm going to be going to all these events. It's sick. It's so lonely here. Everyone is doing their own shit in their own lane. And if you moved here and you're doing stuff here too, you're competition and they don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah, like,
you know?
I was lonely out here. The only person I was hanging out with is my roommate. And my roommate was filming all my videos for free. Yeah. And I was blessed. My cameraman right now, Eric, like, I can't really afford too much to pay him right now, and he's been filming for me for free. So that's why I said, like, when I come up with the money again, I'm gonna bless you.
That's
like,
a real one right there. That guy needs a %.
Yeah,
you know? That's a fucking real one.
I'm working with this company called Dr. Green, and thankfully I'm with them because they gifted me a $40,000 watch.
Oh fuck.
A Jacob & Co. And we're about to launch in like every country where weed is legal, and
like in dispensaries.
So it's an online crypto dispensary, and you order online through your store, and every country where weed is legal in, they're gonna have a driver drop it off to them, and everything is licensed. Everything.
So it's like different menus for different countries, or is it a uniform same menu?
I think they work with certain dispensaries in in each country where weed is legal, and then they
it's allowing you to pay with crypto.
Exactly, they're the first legal crypto company to work with weed.
Interesting. So you're going to be able to sell BlazintheAsian packs in like Thailand and shit.
Exactly. Every country where weed is legal. We're launching in South Africa in 6 months.
That's hype as fuck.
It's active now in South Africa.
Weed's legal in South Africa?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How long has that been a thing?
I think it's South Africa. Yeah.
South Africa. I'm curious. No, let's Google it.
I might be tripping.
South Africa legal weed. Oh, it's decriminal. Oh, wait. You might want to call a lawyer. You might want to call a lawyer.
No, maybe it's,
you might want to call a lawyer.
Maybe it's not South Africa, or maybe it's certain.
But either way, you're going to be putting your brand out internationally.
Yeah,
for
internationally.
People.
Every country where weed is legal. U.S. is launching soon too.
That's sick.
So, yeah, I'm flying out to Cape May. Is Cape May South Africa?
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy, bro. I flunked geography.
So I'm flying.
The Cape's usually South Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, probably then.
So I'm flying out to Cape May in November, and we're doing an event there.
Sick.
So this is definitely gonna help me out financially.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. They said I'm gonna be able to make like 60-80 grand a month.
Oh shit.
So
fuck.
Hopefully
that's a lot of bread, dude.
Yeah.
That's a fuckload of money.
Yeah, God's blessing me back with the opportunities that got taken away from me.
Yep.
But luckily they were one of the companies that were calling me throughout this whole thing and like asking me how I'm doing, like am I okay? They didn't ditch me, you know what I mean?
Really fuck with you.
Yeah, they fuck with me.
Now, before that, you worked with a different brand. You had a THCA brand, right?
Yeah, I'm still actually we mended together, and I'm working with them again. So
nice.
That company's still active right now. But the sales did drop after I went crazy.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
you're not promoting it the same way.
Yeah, we were doing really good. We were doing I feel like we were the #1 for carts since that was my niche. Like blinkers, carts.
Yeah,
carts were definitely the biggest selling item. But we're still doing that. Disposables are coming soon, so we're still doing that. And I'm gonna make videos with them with the disposables, strangers in New York, have them review it, stuff like that.
I mean, I can't imagine it's easy to stay sober long term when you're this deep in the weed industry.
Yeah, it's hard. That's why I honestly know I'm not gonna quit forever.
Really?
Yeah, weed is my love. Like
that's scary though. Like, I don't know you super well. You know you better than I ever will. But, like, from my perspective, from what I've learned about you today, I mean, you told me you tried quitting for a year the first time and it didn't work. You're now telling me that you're quitting for a year now and you might go back.
Yeah.
Deep down, I feel like I get the vibe you want to smoke weed again.
I do.
Like,
I do. I'm just right now. I'm just scared.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to a hospital.
But I think that's a dangerous way to be sober. When you're scared of getting high,
Yeah.
that's a dangerous way to be sober. You have to morph that into like a disinterest.
Yeah.
You're no longer scared of it. It's more of like you're almost nonchalant about it. You're like, why would I get high?
I'm getting to that point right now. Like, I don't have the urge to smoke at all. Like, I don't need to smoke to sleep. I don't need to smoke to eat. That's a big thing. Everyone deals with that. Like, not being able to eat, not being able to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been having fun, just hanging out with my girlfriend, just doing fun things, fishing. I met a good friend through Instagram that has his own boat. He has his own fishing company, so he takes me out all the time. But weed is always gonna be a passion of mine. Like, that's how I love it. But when I start putting weed above other things that are more important to my life, like family and stuff, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, I was putting weed above like my loved ones and stuff like that. So that's when it becomes an issue. Like, in my acid trip, one of my acid trips, I thought, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to smoke weed again. And that was my biggest fear. But it shouldn't be looked at as that way. Like, when I come back, if I do smoke again, whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I'm going to try my best to have it be like a weekend thing, or like a once a day thing, like maybe at night or like after I do whatever I have to do. But it's just hard because every single time I go back into smoking weed, I'm like 24/7. I'm always like, I would be ripping the pen right like every 2 seconds, literally. Every 15 minutes, every single time I rip the nick, I would rip the pen. So just as much as I'm ripping the nick now, that's when I would rip the pen. I was finishing a gram cart every 2 days for about 4 or 5 years. Carts are dangerous.
Carts are bad. Carts make it too easy to get high.
Too easy.
It's the same, dude.
But they're good value if you do it conservatively.
Yes. Well, all right. They are, but always, I think 10 times out of 10, just buying a puck of hash is going to be better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because you can really dial in that dose. You can take it the perfect size dab. But vaping, I quit vaping like a year ago almost to the date.
Oh, I didn't know you used nicotine.
I used to, I smoked Marb Reds in high school like the whole time.
Okay.
I quit the Marb Reds and I was like, oh, I vape now, it's good. And then I started like having like breathing issues. Like, I'd breathe in and get this like shooting, like it almost felt like someone was pinching my lungs.
Yeah, you know? I used to have that.
Does that not scare the fuck out of you? Because it scares me.
So when I run for like 5 minutes, my lungs feel tight and like pinching, and that scares me. But I don't know. I've just been lifting recently. I need to, but like I can't even run for a minute. Like, if I run for a minute, I'm like dying. So the vape definitely has something to do with it. And
I also can't run. I'm fat, so like I die in probably 30 seconds.
I don't like running. I used to run a lot. In high school, I played soccer my whole life. I was supposed to play college soccer until I broke my jaw. But
how'd you break your jaw?
I was a striker position. I looked at the ball in the air. The goalkeeper kneed me in the face. He put his knee up.
Oh,
so
fuck.
I knocked out, fell on the ground, passed out. Everyone in the crowd heard the boom of my jaw. Everyone just went silent. And I just was passed out for like 5 minutes. I woke up. I told the coach, I need to go back in the game. It's the second game of the season.
You were locked in immediately.
Yeah, I was locked in. I need to go back in the game. They're like, oh, he's talking fine. His jaw's not broken. He just has a concussion. I go to the hospital. They tell me that my jaw is broken. So I guess I had just a bunch of adrenaline. So I didn't feel the pain in my jaw. The day after, I got my teeth wired shut for 2 weeks. Couldn't eat or drink. I just drank Ensures the whole time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was terrible. I had my teeth wired shut like Kanye.
That's brutal, dude. That's gotta hurt like a bitch, too.
Yeah, it was terrible. I walked into school like this. Oh, hello guys. How are you doing?
Were your like teeth fucked up too? Like, were they dislocated at all?
No, my teeth weren't messed up. It was just my jaw was just snapped in half. Yeah, it's bad.
That's a brutal fucking injury.
But they did give me some nice drugs to.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
To take.
They would always, when I went to the hospital, I got stabbed in the knee with a screwdriver twice.
Oh, shit.
In 2020. And I went to the hospital. I was bleeding internally in like my leg. Bro, it was kind of fucked up. Totally off topic. I guess I'll tell the story because we're already on it. Fucking screwdriver went through my knee twice. I didn't go to the hospital.
How did that happen?
I was really drunk. I did it to myself. It's a very long story that if we get into, we're probably going to be here for the next half hour talking about. But I was like blackout drunk, and I put a screwdriver through my knee. Okay. And I was just like, I barely even felt it at the time. I was like, that's some pussy shit, dude. I literally put the screwdriver on my desk, went to bed, fucking woke up like 6 hours later. My leg was super heavy. It was full of blood. I was bleeding in my inside of my leg. So I went to the hospital. I drove myself to the hospital that morning. Fucking, they drained all the blood out of my leg, operated on me. Damn. Doctor comes in they had me like high as fuck off fent, like IV fent all night after my surgery. Doctor comes in the next day. He's like, so we're going to prescribe you Narcos. I got mad excited, bro. I was like, Narcos? Like, fucking, how many? Like, what's the dose? He's like, 1 second, walks out of the room. Nurse comes back in. She's like, actually, we're going to give you Tylenol.
Oh, my God.
Like, fuck, dude, I blew it, you know?
Yeah, I remember when I had I forgot what it was exactly, but they gave me some liquid. And I would keep on marching upstairs and sneaking behind my parents, just sipping a little more. I was like, this
they
is
gave
nice.
you some lean, dude.
Yeah, they might have gave me some lean.
So, you know, going through these episodes and having these experiences, I mean, obviously these have had a significant impact on your online presence and how people perceive you. I mean, what is it like kind of trying to recover from that?
I mean, honestly, I don't really think too much of it. Like, ever since I was small, I would always get hate comments, not to the not to the extent where it was when I was going crazy. But now that as I said before, now that I'm talking about like my experience and stuff, people are starting to get it. People are starting to realize like I wasn't in the right mindset. Yeah. It's like Fusi. I feel like I had the same crash out as Fusi kind of like during that.
Yeah,
whole...
Fusi had a very public psychotic episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like except he was on live 24/7. I wasn't on live 24/7, but I did have my Instagram lives where I crashed out, and coincidentally, I have the same birthday as Fusi, and we both have the crash outs.
Oh shit! Maybe it runs in the birthday, dude.
And I have the same birthday as Logic, and Logic emailed me actually, the rapper.
Really?
Yeah.
Why'd he email you?
Because I commented on his post about how he saved me from being sober and stuff, and he emailed me, thank you for being like a supporter, and thank you for being like a fan. Like, I appreciate it.
Oh, that's sick.
Appreciate that I can help you. And coincidentally, I work with the same. Right now, I have an engineer. I make music. I have the same engineer as Logic, or he used to work with Logic. And
that's fire.
He actually like called him when I was in the same room as him. It was cool. So it was like a full circle moment.
When's the fucking collab dropping, dude?
Once I make more noise in the music scene.
There you go.
But yeah,
that's crazy how life works, you know?
Yeah.
Shit really comes full circle.
And then I was having the same birthday. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucking... You guys are connected. You guys are twinning like that. Now, another thing that I really... This is the meat and bones, you know? This is really a big, juicy part of this I want to ask about, too. You had a lot of public beefs during your psychotic episode.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, how many of those were, like, actually real problems, and how many of those were just you being psychotic?
Well, everything I said, whether it's the podcasting of Yola... Ericon ghosting me when I collabed with him, when I flew out to collab with him.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I got to stop right there. When you say he ghosted you, Eric's also... I'm much better friends with Eric than Yola. I'm very close with Eric. What did he do? Like, what happened?
Well, we had plans to collab. I flew out to LA. I hit him up, and he just never responded. And
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, as a guy who knows him very well, he would do that to me too.
Okay.
That is like how he is as a person.
Yeah.
Like when I used to be with They were like a weed brand, and we had our own little podcast together. If you'd ever seen it, me and Eric, and then this other dude were on the podcast, and we would have to travel a lot to do that show. We'd all have the same flight, bro. That guy, you can't schedule shit with Eric, dude.
Yeah.
If you tell him 10 weeks in advance the day and time of his flight, he's missing that shit. You tell him 10 days in advance, he's missing that shit. I've hit him up more times than I can count. Been like, hey, I'm coming over to your crib at this day or at this hour because you told me to come over at this hour. He'll reply to me, be like, yeah, come on through. Then I come on through. He's fucking not home. I'm calling him. Yo, where you at? That's just how he is. Like, it's not malicious.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything personally. It's just
of course.
When I went psychotic, I guess everything.
You perceived everything different.
I perceived everything differently.
Yeah.
For the Fulcrum thing, I think what he did was lame.
I agree. I think he, like, what he did to you is malicious. I saw a lot of that too. I think he was being a dick to you.
And how, I guess, the beef started was I called him out when I was going psychotic because we literally had plans to collab in San Francisco. I was coming to him. I flew to LA, got in a rental car, drove 6 hours to San Francisco. He was just ghosting me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and we had the plans the whole time. So I was like, damn, I drove 6 hours. I flew across the country. But thankfully, Mr. THC, we collabed.
There you go.
And he was there. We made a dope video. Got age restricted, unfortunately, but
that's how all the weed shit is nowadays. You can't do shit without getting age restricted.
But at least the trip was not unwasted. I still
still
collabed.
But your LA trip with Eric, that was wasted. You didn't get to collab.
No, but I still made use of the time. Like,
there you go.
A bunch of the companies in LA wanted to work for me, so I just made my own videos. And then
fuck yeah.
I collabed with Pizza Brian Aaron Reviews. Like,
did you see what happened to Pizza Brian recently?
Yeah.
Bro, he can't smoke anymore.
He quit during the same time as me.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Two totally different reasons, too. He had a lung issue, and you had a fucking psychotic episode.
Yep.
But you both had to quit.
Yeah.
That's crazy how that shit works.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
crazy.
Coincidence.
Fucking, I mean, I don't know about you, but I would not take it very well flying somewhere and getting ghosted on a collab.
Yeah.
It sounds like you handled it more mature than I probably would have. I would have crashed the fuck out.
Yeah, I was upset, but I
would have been on my Instagram story posting that motherfucker's phone number, dude.
Yeah, I guess I didn't talk about it until I went crazy,
Uh-huh.
and that's just when it happened. But no, Eric was always supportive of my content. Like, he's one of the reasons why I started WeedTube. Like,
yep.
Also, I would watch the drug tier list before I started, and yeah, I remember Eric. When I was at just 100K on Instagram, 80K, maybe 60, 70K, he would comment, he would DM me and be like, "Keep going, you're doing good, you're gonna do well." So those DMs really fueled me to keep on going, since I would watch Eric's videos in high school all the time or college.
Yeah, it's honestly, I mean, it's not funny, but it's also fucking hilarious hearing you say how he bailed on you when you flew out, because bro, that's just the most Eric thing I've ever heard. That guy, Eric says yes to fucking everything. And then he'll the day will start and he'll be like, "Oh shit, I said yes to everything," and everything's at the same time.
Like if it wasn't for Eric, I probably wouldn't be where I am, because his DMs that fueling me to work hard, it really helped me.
Hell yeah, I feel like a lot of the people online, especially the bigger social media figures that kind of made fun of you, owe you an apology. Do you feel that way?
I guess so. I'm not gonna go online and be like, "You owe me an apology."
For sure, yeah. But I think deep down, lot of people.
Yola called me a bitch and said my music was ass.
Yeah, I think he owes you an apology for that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, dude.
That was kind of hurtful. I didn't say anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't say
did,
anything like that in your clear mind.
Yeah, in my clear mind. When I was going crazy, I did say, "I'm gonna kill you, Eric.
That's right.
I'm gonna kill you."
I've seen that. Yeah.
In that video, I was clearly out of it.
100%.
That's how I got my neck tattoo. Right now, I wouldn't have gotten neck tattoos.
What's your neck tattoo?
I got this one, 25.
Oh shit! Can you show that to which camera's on him? This one?
I got this one, 25, and this one, CJ.
Oh shit!
And I wouldn't have gotten them in my mindset, but I don't regret it because it's all part of my journey.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the 25 tattoo because I was like, this is the year my life changed. I'm going to be the biggest rapper in America.
Oh, shit. So you needed to take note of that.
But it is. I could change it into, the year I got sober.
Uh-huh.
25, because a lot of the people who ask me about it, they're like, what is that for? I'm like, it's my age. They're like, what happens when you're 26? What happens when you're 27?
Just update it.
Yeah.
Put a 6 over that shit, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
The problem is when it turns to 7, you can't turn a 6 into a 7.
Yeah, then you're in some trouble.
Yeah.
Then you're in some trouble.
So I'm good for 2 years.
We'll worry about it then. What's the CJ?
CJ is what my parents called me when I was a kid, or still now, because I'm a junior. My dad has the same name as me.
Oh.
So C for Chris and then J for Junior.
Chris Jr. I
Yep.
get it. Yep.
But I kind of wish I got a better font. Like, this looks too, like, devilish. I don't know.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what font you choose for a neck tattoo.
Yeah.
Are those your? Oh no, you have other tattoos.
Yeah, I got the bird. I got this in Thailand when I went to Thailand, and I got this, which means fearless in Korean.
I don't have any tattoos. I've like never even thought to get one. I feel like I can't decide.
Yeah.
How do you figure out like what you're gonna get?
I don't know. This one I kind of just got randomly. I just liked it because of the design. And in Thailand, you can get a $1,000 tattoo for $200.
Oh fuck yeah, run that shit.
Yeah.
Give me
And
a whole
then
sleeve.
This one I got in college, which is fearless. I kind of regret this one, not too much because I am fearless, but it's just weird because in the Korean community, like, if you walk around older Koreans with a Korean tattoo, like, they like laugh at it. Like, they think it's weird. Even tattoos in general, but especially a Korean tattoo that says something like this, they like laugh at it.
They're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I plenty of times I walk in Koreatown in New York or LA, and I hear them talking Korean, "Kobunnen," which means fearless in Korean, and they like chuckle, which is like, I shouldn't think too much of it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, just fuck them, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a hate comment, you know?
Yeah.
Scroll past that motherfucker. Now that you're kind of out of this period and back to normal, how many relationships would you say your psychosis fucked up?
Not too many, honestly, because I had my circle how the way it is. Like, everyone who I talked to honestly knew me since 2020. So in 2020, my first one, a lot of relationships got ruined because it was the first time. But at the end of the day, if they're gonna leave you when you're in your worst,
Fuck them.
you don't want them in the first place. So I'm
For
glad
sure.
I filtered out people, you know what I mean? And most of my friends, most of the companies still follow me because they knew it was just a psychosis thing. Like, yeah, everyone pretty much stayed because they knew I was in the wrong mindset. In 2020, I lost a lot of people, but those are the people I wanted to lose. Like,
Yep. I mean, I think if people leave you when you're down, that's not a loss.
Yeah.
You know, like,
That's why my girlfriend's great, because she saw everything, and she I'm
and
glad
she still stayed down.
Yeah, I'm glad I have nothing to hide anymore. You know.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be a relief in a big way.
Yeah.
Like, now all your dirty laundry is almost clean now.
Yeah.
You know, everyone knows, and like you can just be yourself.
And those are the things that strengthen a relationship.
For
like,
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I fought with my girl, that really
Yeah.
made the bond stronger. You know, you got to get in a good shouting match or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then everything's better. When you were in your active psychosis, were you still like with your girlfriend, or did you kind of spend some time apart?
She stayed with me for the first 2 psych wards and visited me actually in the psych ward.
Nice.
Which is great. Like, I didn't
Fuck
think
yeah.
a girl would ever visit me in the psych ward.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third psych ward, it was just too much for her, and like she couldn't handle it, so she took a step back.
Yep.
At that point, I was like depressed in the psych ward because I was trying to call her, she wouldn't answer, and like every single time I got into a psych ward, I would call her thinking she would answer. She didn't answer, but I understand because it was just too much on her. She was going through a lot of mental problems because of me, you know.
That's hard to deal with for her, I bet.
Yeah, but after I got better and started showing online that I was better, we ended up talking again, and now we're on like we never left.
Fuck yeah.
It's great.
Fuck yeah.
And it's weird because I've only been out of the hospital for like a month to 10 days. But like I said before, it feels like it's been like a year because last time it took a year to recover. This time I'm getting it so much faster.
You think it's because of her support and like the people around you?
Yeah, for sure. All my friends support. My friend Alex, the whole time I was in the hospital, he like dealt with all my apartment issues. He moved out my whole apartment for me. He
What a
took
goat. That's
he
the
took like
homie.
20 trips in a car and moved out everything for me. he paid for it out of his own money. Like he paid for like the storage unit, put everything in a storage unit, and then drove to my psych ward and then signed the lease I had to sign to like leave the apartment. Thankfully, I didn't get evicted. If I got evicted, I wouldn't be able to lease an apartment for like 10,
that would
15
be
years.
fucked.
Yeah, so that was the reason why I was able to lease my apartment now, because I didn't get evicted. But my apartment kicked me out because I was sending, during my crash out, I was posting on the story, my hot water's not on, the toilet's not flushing, someone's going to die. And I was like threatening the lives of the workers. 2 workers from the apartment building quit and 3 tenants moved out.
Oh, shit.
They
Damn,
were-
you were fucking that building up. You're the worst neighbor ever.
Yeah. There was cops coming in like every other week, and like the tenants were like, we need a free month rent because there's so many cops all the time. What is this? Like, yeah, it was not good.
So that building wanted you the fuck out
They
of
wanted
there.
me out.
And how did they get you out? Did your lease just happen to end, or like were
They said they were going to evict me if I didn't leave.
Oh, so it was just a mutual agreement.
Mutual agreement, yeah. So I signed a form saying that I was going to leave and not sue or something. And then I left.
I mean,
Then
thank
then
God
I
they
was-
didn't evict you.
Then I was homeless for like 3 weeks.
Where'd you stay?
Airbnbs, couch surfing.
Oh shit.
Because I had nowhere, I couldn't sign a lease. I was trying to find a lease to sign. I couldn't find a lease. Then after the 3rd week, I just leased my new apartment, which is great. It has an indoor basketball court, pool, hot tub, bowling alley, golf simulator.
I mean, all those amenities probably help you stay sober, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Keep you distracted.
Exactly. That's one of the reasons why I got it.
Yeah.
I can play basketball every day. Like, it's literally a resort at an apartment.
You don't got shit at my apartment, bro. I got a gym with like 2 treadmills in it and a fucking vending machine, and that's it.
At least you got a vending machine. We don't got a vending machine.
Yeah, but the vending machine keeps getting worse, dude. I've lived in the same building for a year and a half. We've been through 3 vending machines, and they keep getting older somehow.
Oh,
like the
okay.
really modern one with the touchscreen broke. They brought in the one with the buttons. That motherfucker broke. They brought in the one with the old buttons and no glass window on it, so I can't even see the drinks.
Did they at least got good snacks?
Fuck no, dude. There's a drink one and there's a snack one, but you don't eat out of the snack one because the snacks are all expired.
Okay.
Like they don't switch that shit at all. And on top of that, they're sitting outside in like LA weather year round. So it's like imagine a nice bag of like 85-degree Cheetos that are a year old. Like that's gonna be the worst thing you've ever fucking eaten. You know? But like all those amenities, I'm kind of jealous, dude. That sounds fire.
Yeah, it's
How often are
nice.
you like using that shit?
Every day. Every
Damn.
day, yeah. The pool just opened, the indoor pool. The outdoor pool is opening in August. View of the city from the outdoor pool. It's cool.
Do you live with your girl?
No, she lives like 20 minutes away from me, but she sleeps over basically every night. Like,
Bro, living with women is kind of rough.
yeah, I mean,
shit's
I've never done it, but
Are you guys gonna move in together anytime soon?
maybe eventually. She's graduating in a year, so
You better have a second bathroom for her ass, bro. You don't want to
Yeah.
share a bathroom with a woman.
yeah, and
Dude.
I
Trust
feel
me.
like I can make it work.
No, trust,
no.
bro. I promise, dude. I've lived with a couple women in my life, very different women. It's a fucking. You have to have separate space, dude.
Yeah.
Second bathroom, second bedroom, even to get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like 1 bed, 1 bath. That's not enough to have a woman.
Yeah.
You know, because like she's gonna have enough fucking nail polish and makeup containers to fill the whole cabinet.
Yeah.
Where do I put my fucking body wash?
Exactly.
You know, I'm getting amped up. I'm reliving some arguments. You know, but I mean, since you're so intertwined with the weed industry, as you've said on the show here, you're so still in love with weed, even being sober. Realistically, like, not even being optimistic, just being honest with yourself and in your best guess, do you really think that like this is the last episode you're gonna have, or do you potentially think you could?
I think this is the last one, honestly, because I don't know. I've just been through it twice already, and if it's not, I guess that's part of the journey. But I think I got it this time. Like, I'm much more focused on myself. Like, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I can have a future, like a family, kids, and I just want to focus on myself. So Going to church definitely helps. I'm spiritual,
Hell yeah.
so it definitely helps. But yeah, I think this is gonna be the last time. Hopefully, at least. I'm praying for it. But
what will you do if you're not able to smoke again, like ever?
I don't know. I have a college degree still.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so maybe use that. But I've always been entrepreneurship mindset. So, like, I had money in the bank before I started YouTube. I didn't do YouTube for the money. Like, I just liked making the content.
I'm gonna stop you right here because your response is not what I expected at all. You immediately dove into the whole money and job side of it, but I think you're severely underestimating your potential as a different kind of content creator. Like, you don't have to just be a weed tuber, bro.
Yeah.
I think making weed content is a really shitty box to put yourself in. For years, I did drug content. That was my whole thing. I was like, man, I want to do drug content. Then when I started flying out to LA and linking up with all these weed tubers, I started focusing more on weed content because I was slowing down on the drugs. All of that content always got restricted as fuck. It always sucked. After a while, I was like, man, I'm tired of getting restricted, not making any money. I want to branch out. Branching out, for me and a lot of my friends who make videos, is the best thing you could possibly do. You know? Like, don't just immediately think, oh, I can't smoke weed. I have to go get a fucking job with my degree. You're still fucking famous on the internet, dude. Like, you're still BlazintheAsian. You're still Chris. You have the same follower count. Like, people, at the end of the day, do not subscribe to you because of the weed content. Some do, for sure, but they stay because of your personality. And, like, you might notice a short-term drop in viewers. I did. When I slowed down making drug content, my views dropped like almost 50%, and they stayed that way for like a good amount of time. And it was really hard for me to deal with, but it's worth it. It's worth it to diversify because now you have something to fall back on. Let's say, like, hypothetically, just throwing it out there, let's say you make a podcast one day. You do the same shit I'm doing right here. You start doing the podcast. You don't talk about weed on it. You just do your podcast. Now it's like, all right, you're still a podcaster. Your audience loves you, but you also have this weed side of it. So you've now just built another avenue for yourself.
Yeah, I definitely want to branch out. I want to do fishing content, basketball, working out, but just like maybe like challenge videos. You know Ryan Trahan?
I don't know. I've heard that name though.
He's a big YouTuber. He like makes videos like $1 Airbnb versus the most expensive Airbnb.
I've seen those type of videos.
Yeah. So $1 hotel versus $1,000 hotel or stuff like that. Or even like I was thinking about like going to the deepest hoods in America and just setting up a burger stand.
Do that shit.
And just handing out thousands of burgers.
Do that shit.
Cooking for people.
That's the kind of content people love, bro. It's just doing stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
And you seem like the kind of dude where like you're able to think of that stuff. It's like, just go for that, bro. Don't immediately be like, I can't smoke weed. Fuck it. And try other stuff.
And then, like, a lot of my early videos eventually branched to just blinkers, but not just blinkers. I would involve a lot of comedy into it and try to make people laugh. And then my earlier videos, it would be like half vlog, half weed. Yeah. So I think I can branch off into like the more vlog comedy or just blessing the homeless or blessing the unfortunate, because I also did that in my videos as well. I've probably given away like 50,000 just to the streets of New York, just in all my videos and everything. I gave out Xboxes, PS5s, Nintendo Switches, stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely think I can branch out. It's just gonna be a process, but
for sure,
I think I can do it.
I mean, the scariest part is trying something new. Once you've established something new, you're fucking good to go.
Yeah.
But like, just trying that new shit is the scariest part. But like, bro, I mean, you have a lot. How many subs do you have on your main channel?
860,000.
Yeah, you have a lot of fucking subs. Like, you have enough subs. When you have like 100K, it's like, all right, you have a lot, but you have to stick to your niche. When you have as big of a following as you have, like, you can branch out. Your people are there for you at that point.
I mean, you see Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Those
guys do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, they were started off as vloggers.
Yeah.
Now they're boxing, have reality TV shows. I saw Jake Paul in the city 2 days ago.
Yep.
I was like, I was walking in the World Trade Center. I looked to my left. It's Jake Paul.
Oh, shit. You got a picture with him?
Nah.
Oh, that would have been a banger Instagram post.
Yeah,
Collab coming soon. Post hashtag clickbait it.
That's what I was thinking.
I feel like I never I don't pay enough attention to my surroundings to notice celebrities. Like, are you like alert? Have you bumped into a lot of celebrities?
In New York, I met A$AP Rocky.
Oh, that's a fucking celebrity right there. A New York celebrity.
Yeah, he was in the back seat of a van. He rolled out the window and was smoking a blunt. I walked up to him. I was like, yo, let me hit the blunt. Let me hit the blunt. He didn't let me hit it. That was cool. But that was A$AP Rocky was probably the only like big celebrity I met in the city. But yeah, there's people. I saw Nick Jonas in New York.
Fire.
There's a lot of people walking around in New York, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, New York, like, it's a very overstimulating city almost. There's just people everywhere. There's a million things to do in every fucking direction. You don't have to walk further than 2 blocks to find anything you want.
Yeah, and if you want to,
crazy.
You can get to the other side of New York in 10, 20 minutes from the subway. It's cool. Everything you can get to Brooklyn in 20 minutes. It's good. The subway system is all connected. It is. I would say they need to improve the subways though, because
really,
yeah, a lot of them. Some of them don't have AC and it gets hot, but the newer ones have AC. And I don't know, the subways in Asia, like Japan and Korea, are like so new, so futuristic. They go super fast. I went to Korea in 2020, and that was amazing. Like, that was a great experience, and just got drunk everywhere. I had a dab pen, which is crazy.
In Korea?
Yeah.
Like, you brought it there? Or you got it while you were there?
My friend brought 4 Stizzy pods and a Stizzy.
What the fuck?
And we were just ripping it and getting faded in Korea.
That shit probably gets you like twice as high when you're in fucking Korea.
Yeah. And
that shit hits different.
If you get caught, though, you're going to jail. Like,
yeah, oh, for sure.
For a long time.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, have you seen who's the streamer who just got in a ton of trouble in South Korea? Johnny Somali. Yeah, he's over there doing these stupid like troll streams, and now how long are they gonna put him in jail for?
He's facing like 10, 20 years.
That's insane, dude. Imagine if that was you.
Yeah, that would have been bad. He did some really bad things. Like, in Korea, there's a statue that represents like the sexual slavery of Korean women, and he was like fingering it and stuff. And you're not supposed to like touch it. Like, you're not supposed to do anything. So that was the thing that set him off and like got everyone mad. He was getting jumped by Koreans in Korea. Like,
that's like if he like started egging One World Trade Center here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever thought like of doing some international content or some travel stuff?
Yeah, the only thing international content I've done Punta Cana in Dominican Republic, but that was kind of like a resort, not really outside in the country. But then I did Thailand. Thailand was a lot of fun. Weed's legal there.
They just changed that though, right?
Yeah, no, it's been there legal for like a year now.
But didn't they just repeal rec in Thailand? I think.
Did they?
I'm not sure. I saw this on Twitter. So
there's dispensaries everywhere. Like, if it's still legal there, I suggest you go there.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, they just changed it. New rules make it mandatory for retail cannabis purchases to require a prescription.
That's crazy.
So they reverted back to medical.
At least I was there when it was legal.
You were there when it was lit.
It was crazy. I didn't think anyone would notice me in Thailand. Like 2 to 3 people noticed me in Thailand.
They were coming up like BlazintheAsian.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was crazy for me because, like, it happens in America a decent amount, but in New York or in Thailand, I was like, what the fuck?
How often do you get recognized in New York?
Well, recently, not too much, but before, like, every time I'm filming, I get recognized.
Really?
Just because I have the camera out and they know it's me.
It makes something click in their brain.
Yeah, it makes something click in their brain. If I don't have the camera out, I would say like 2 or 3 times a week.
Really? That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get recognized anywhere near that fucking amount.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I guess because I make all my content in New York.
That's your hometown.
Yeah.
Like, everyone there knows you.
Yeah, I make all the content there. Ever since I was 18, it was New York. My biggest following on Instagram is New York. So.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So now that, we kind of turned this new chapter and you're staying sober for a year and kind of recalibrating everything, what are your plans for the near future?
Right now, I'm still going to make blinker videos.
Nice.
Strangers 10 Blinkers videos, because I was always like just a host the whole time. Even before, when I was smoking, I would take one hit of the pen and be a host. But right now I'm going to do Blinker videos, but I don't know. I still have to figure it out because I want to branch off. I want to branch out because I don't want to be forced to smoke weed when it's mentally it's not good for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was thinking about doing a fishing series with my friend, doing they all smoke, so we can still be involved, but they're doing it. My friends are doing it. But yeah, I think just branching off into different type of content, like we said before, the $1 hotel versus $1,000 hotel, going to a
that's a banger video.
Yeah, going to a haunted insane asylum, like stuff like that. I still haven't done it yet. I've just been kind of just chilling, making Instagram content, shorts. 'Cause shorts and reels nowadays is like the bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to branch out.
I like that. I mean, it sounds like you got a lot of shit you're cooking up pretty soon in the near future.
Yeah. I'm going to go to, do you know Kensington Avenue?
Yeah, I know. That's in Philly, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like the zombie land.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to Kensington Avenue and hand out like 100 hot dogs or do a barbecue.
Ooh, fire. You're going to be cooking them yourself?
Yeah, my friends is just like, it might be a little dangerous if you don't have a security guard because everyone there has needles and stuff. What if someone stabs me with a needle?
Uh-oh.
But
nah, they want the drugs in that bitch,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
They're not giving you that for free.
But I've seen plenty of YouTubers make videos on there. They turn out fine, except one person got shot at Kensington.
Content. At the end of the day, you get shot in Kensington, it's content, bro. Fuck it. That's what I always say to Chris, bro. Whenever like I'm about to get, in some trouble, I'm like, hey, point the camera, dude. This is content.
Yeah.
So fuck it. We're up. What was that?
Free content.
Yeah, I almost want to go to jail again for a new mugshot. So I can put it on a shirt.
After I got arrested, I kept on asking the cop, "Can I take a picture of the? Can I get the mugshot?" He's like, "No, leave. Get out of here."
You know how you can get those, right?
I don't know. Huh?
So this is a like national requirement. Whatever county or whatever like department that you got arrested by, you can contact them. They should have like on their website a public contact, and you can submit what's called a Freedom of Information Act request. So you're entitled. You can do this for any person too, like not just yourself. If your homie got arrested and you want to see the fucking full police report and his mugshot, you can email them and be like, "Hey, I'm Chris. I want all records relating to this person's arrest history." And legally, they have to give it to you.
You can get body cam footage too.
All of it. All of it.
I'm thinking maybe get the body cam footage from when I stole a cop car.
Yes. Get that shit. Do you know how viral that would go? You put that on YouTube, I promise you're getting 1 million views. And you commentate over it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's viral as fuck immediately.
And then getting the body cam footage of every time I was psychotic.
Yes. Do it soon, though, because I don't know how long they hold the body cam footage.
Okay.
It might go away after a certain time.
I think my parents might have the New York or the cop car one because they were like, I don't want to show you this. I still to this day have never seen it, but they were like, this is crazy. Like,
it takes a while for them to like fulfill your request. It took me like 3 months. One day everything just showed up my email. But just literally, I would say even fucking today, as soon as we're done filming in here, literally hop on the website of whatever department arrested you, whatever department you want to see your body cam from, request all of it, but make sure you ask specifically for the body cam.
Yeah.
Because you have to name everything you want, or else they do the bare minimum. They're lazy. Like, they don't want to give you everything. So just be like, hey, I'm submitting an FOIA request. So-and-so. I want all the footage relating to so-and-so, yourself, obviously, and, like, give me specifically police reports, body cam, mugshot.
Yeah.
You'll have all of it. Then put your mugshot on a T-shirt and sell that motherfucker. And we're up, dude.
Yeah.
We're fucking up. Now, for a lot of the people watching this show, as we kind of wrap it up here, for a lot of people watching this show who maybe only saw you during your psychotic episode, which I think is a good amount of people.
Yeah.
Maybe people who judge you just based off that. What do you want that viewer to know about you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say watch the rest of my videos on YouTube, but I deleted all of them.
You did?
Yeah.
Why'd you delete them all?
I thought I was going to be the next biggest rapper, and I wanted it just to be rap videos.
You didn't unlist them or private them?
No, I permanently deleted every video.
Bro, how many fucking videos was that?
200.
Oh, bro, that's got to hit like a truck.
Yeah, I mean, once I snapped out of it, I realized, damn, like, I probably would have been at 1 million subs right now just from leaving them up.
For sure. The most powerful part of YouTube is the passive views you get from more content.
Like, I was gaining 20,000 a month for like for like a year straight. Like 20, 30, 40, I've gained 40,000 in a month.
It's a subs. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of a fast process, but I've been on Instagram since 18, so like everyone thinks that it happens so fast, but people do it for a long time.
It's so slow, dude.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
so slow.
Everyone's like, damn, bro, like you got 800K, like you must have gotten famous last week.
Yeah.
I've been doing this shit for a decade.
Yep.
You know, these motherfuckers don't get it.
Yeah, they don't get it, but anyone can make it as long as they're consistent and have a passion for it.
1000%.
You just gotta be consistent. People post 3 videos and give up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get discouraged by 100 views. Like 100 views is 100 people who watch your video.
Yep.
Like that's good.
That's the most important part of it, dude. Every time I get comments, probably every week whenever I stream on Twitch, from people who are like new to making weed content or whatever. They're like, Goblin, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm not getting views. How do I improve? I click on their shit. I go to their channel. They've posted like 6 videos in the past like year.
Yeah.
And like they're all sporadically. Like one was 2 days ago, and then the last one before that was 6 months ago. It's like, all right, bro, like you're not trying.
Yeah, they're not trying.
Literally, the worst content creators on earth can get 100,000 subs if they just post every day.
Yep.
That's all it takes. Not even every day, just consistently. Like if you say you're gonna do it every week, you do it every week.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it takes.
Yeah, my schedule was like 1 to 2 videos a week. That was and then I started posting shorts, and the shorts definitely helped a lot.
Yeah.
Like the blinker shorts.
Shorts are crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Shorts are nuts. I was a real like old head about shorts when they first became a thing. I was like, I ain't posting that shit.
Yeah,
That's
me too.
for kids, you know? I'm not posting that stupid shit. And then finally I gave up and I folded and I hired a clips editor and he got me a stupid amount of views, and I was like, all right, this shit ain't half bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. And you can, and YouTube Shorts especially, you can link the long form video to.
They can just click one time and get
and
straight to your video.
Very straight to the long form. So on an age restricted video, it got 500,000 views.
Yeah.
Because I would post shorts about it and link it, and then I guess the algorithm push it out. And that was crazy because I was like, no way an age restricted long form can get 500,000. But that was my first video ever eating. I went all out my first video, 5,000 milligrams.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is that the highest dose you've ever done?
Yep.
What did that feel like? That's more than I took, and I'm taking the highest dose of anyone I've ever spoken to.
Yeah,
so
honestly,
I'm intrigued.
My tolerance was insanely high, so I didn't really. It kind of just made me like foggy, brain foggy, and tired, and I ended up throwing up like 6 hours later, because I drank 5 bottles of 1,000 milligram bottles.
Oh.
And I guess it didn't settle well in my stomach, so I threw up like 6 hours later.
Were you high the next day or no?
No, my tolerance was. I'm telling you, I would eat edibles every night before bed. Like I would probably eat 500 milligrams every night before bed, just to go to sleep.
You got so lucky not waking up. I think honestly it might be because you threw up.
Yeah,
maybe it saved you from some of it. When this was like 5 years ago, back when I lived in Illinois, I ate 5 grams of RSO for a 420 stream.
That's the same amount as 5,000 milligrams.
No, because it's not. It's like 80% THC. So
Okay.
the math comes out to like 4,200 ish milligrams. I ate all 5. Got super high on stream. Low key got scared. I felt super light. Like it felt like I had like G-force like applying to me, and it was getting more intense. So I was scared. I
felt
had
like
my
a
stream.
different drug, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was not weed at all. I hate edibles, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not fucking weed, dude.
Yeah.
But I woke up, like I went to bed totally fine. I was like, oh, I'm pretty high. I'm gonna sleep it off, dude. I woke up the next day. I don't even know a better way to word it. I felt retarded. Like I felt this weight in my head, and I was slurring my words like I was blackout drunk. I remember I called my girl on FaceTime, and she was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And like I was just like, like, and I was sitting there like, "Damn, this is what permafrying is." Like I really did it. I permafried my brain this time. I'm fucked, and I was having like almost like a bad trip.
Yeah.
Like a panic attack all day of like, what do I do if this is forever? Like I'd never woken up and still been higher than I was the day before. Like I was freaking out. It took 2.5 days for that shit to subside. I hated it.
Yep.
That was
the feeling I had my first my acid trip that lasted. This was the first acid trip that lasted over a day. It went into 3 days. I was like, oh my God, this shit's gonna happen forever. Like I'm up to the 3rd floor of my house, I was like gonna jump off
Oh shit.
head first, like down, and I went to jump off head first. I was like, I can't trip anymore. And then luckily, by the grace of God, I got pulled back by EMT agents, and in my mind, I didn't see EMT or police anywhere. And like I got pulled back the same moment I decided to jump off. So I was like, no way. And that's when I started believing in God, because in my mind I fully committed, but I got pulled back just in time. Like,
yeah, I mean that's a powerful moment. That's, I mean, what else can you think besides like some higher power?
Exactly.
You know. And well, I mean, I gotta say, like, I really appreciate you coming on and talking about all this so openly.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
This was fun.
Like,
it's my first podcast.
Bro, this is like, in my opinion, this is probably the most important and relatable conversation that I've ever had on this show. Like, this is something, there's probably a load of people in the audience watching this that have been through those bad experiences that you have, had a psychotic episode off smoking weed, but they probably feel alone about it because of what we talked about earlier, people online being like, that's not weed, you're just crazy.
Yep.
And like, I think whenever you go back and you go home and you make more content, keep talking about this shit on your channel, because this shit's really important, dude. This shit's really fucking important. And like, you honestly can go on a mission to like really educate people on this topic. That could be your niche, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's popping
Still
off.
weed content.
That's what's popping off on my Instagram and TikTok right now whenever I talk about the experiences, because a lot of people can relate to it.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people comment, I've been in this psych ward, I've been in that psych ward, I've had this psychosis experience, and I honestly didn't realize that. I thought I was the only one in the world that got psychosis off weed.
It's a common, dude.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been to the psych ward too, and I think like a lot of people don't like talking about the psych ward because it's like everyone just looks at you and like, oh, you went to the psych ward? You're crazy, you know? I've been to the psych ward twice. Like, that's just sometimes.
It's like jail.
Yeah, it is, dude. Sometimes you just end up in that bitch. I remember, dude, when I went to residential, the food was amazing, but my psych ward, the food was the worst I've ever eaten in my life. Brutal as wheat bread that was soggy on like ham and cheese every day.
Luckily, I didn't. I got good food pretty much every psych ward.
You lucked out,
did
bro.
you go to psych ward in Illinois?
Yeah, in Illinois. I went both times. I went in. I don't know if I want to say the exact psych ward I went to both times, but it was one near my hometown that like was very embarrassing for me to go to because like my mom is a therapist. My mom works specifically in adolescent drug counseling. Okay, so
that's
like
ironic.
Exactly where I was on the other end of. Yeah. So like a lot of the people that like the counselors in there, my mom has worked with and shit. Okay. And I got out of rehab and I remember, dude, I got home. My mom was telling me like, yeah, so and so told me he saw you like at work and like you were saying all this, and it was like, bro, like what happened to HIPAA?
You know,
like
yeah. You know what's weird? Not weird, but my science teacher in freshman year, his daughter went to the same weed program as me.
Oh shit!
So we would have family meetings, and he would be in the same room.
You got your teacher in that bitch with you?
I'll be like, "Hi, professor. Hi, teacher." I don't want to say his name, but
he was probably not happy to see you. In that he was like,
to tell everyone in the school.
Like, well, nah, he can't, dude, because then you're gonna tell everyone about his daughter.
Yeah,
you got the blackmail on his ass.
Yeah, but that was a little funny. He was in the same room as my mom.
Was it like, did both your parents show up for those kind of things? Was it just your mom?
I think both of them did. My parents were always supportive throughout my whole time of smoking weed and stuff. But my first time I got caught smoking weed, my mom was crying. Like, because she's from Korea. Korea's weed's extremely illegal. They think it's the devil.
And especially like in Asian culture, that's just no-go.
First 10 times I got caught, she was crying, like bawling her eyes out because they thought I was done, which it led to a bad thing. But also, I wouldn't be the person I am today without all my life experiences.
For sure.
So
it all brought you here.
Yep.
It all brought you here. It's the main reason you're sitting in this bitch right now.
Yeah.
You know? Now, for everyone at home tuned in who isn't watching your content yet, even though they should be, where can everyone follow you at?
BlazintheAsian on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We'll have them all linked in the pinned comment and the description as well. Scroll down, even though 95% of you don't do that. the 5% of you will scroll down, click on those motherfucking links.
Thank
and
you.
Also, once again, shout out to our homies at Five for sponsoring the episode. Go check out their $5,000 summer giveaway, and go check out BlazintheAsian's content. And bro, I just gotta say, thanks again for coming on the show.
Yeah,
this has
thanks.
been a
This is fun.
I think everyone's gonna love this episode. And if you did love the episode, like I predicted, drop a like, go sub to Chris's channel,
Thank you.
and I'll catch you all in the next one. Is there anything you want to say before we head out?
I don't know. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We both appreciate it, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Deuces.
Peace.
Banger. Banger.
They saw me. They called the cops. The cops showed up to my apartment.
A lot of them kill people. You can't do that.
No.
And then I ended up getting sent to the psych ward.
All right, just have a seat.
And that was the start of the psychosis.
Gay side. Throw up crip. Go like this. Crip, crip. I need my medicine. I need my medicine.
I got arrested for stealing a cop car
What the fuck happened with stealing a cop car? Why did you do that?
during the psychosis episode. You
Oh,
pull up-
shit.
you can pull up the article.
The complaint quotes him as explaining his actions this way. I was just trying to live my dream of being a police officer. Did you realize as soon as you got in, it was a cop car or like what?
I didn't know, but then 10 minutes in, when I started talking to the speaker, I kind of realized.
You're talking through the cop radio?
And I see a laptop. I'm like talking to the speaker. I'm like, hello, hello. Yola called me a bitch and said my music was ass.
Your whole shit be texting my line and I'm done with the shit. That shit be hysterical.
When I was going crazy, I did say, I'm going to kill you, Eric.
That's right.
I'm going to kill you.
I've seen that.
Yo, Bez Yola, get smoked. Eric Khan, get smoked. Mr. THC, get smoked. Fulcrum, get smoked. You guys are dying today.
So I went up to the third floor of my house. I was like gonna jump off
Oh shit.
head first. In my mind, I didn't see EMT or police anywhere, and like I got pulled back the same moment I decided to jump off.